This podcast is brought to you by the Arte Media Pantheon. Please head to artemedia.org to see all kinds of podcasts from our great friends. And if you would like to start your own podcast, they will provide you with the tools and resources to do so there. So please head to artemedia.org. That's ARETE media.org. On with the show, Jordan.
On with the show.
Welcome, everybody, to a very special episode of the Spur of the Moment podcast. We got an absolute delight and a treat for you. It is our 100th episode. Today, we have done this 100 times. I can't believe it. I'm sure it's actually probably more. I'm just done bad math. I'm sure we hit 100 a while ago, but it's been 100 at least. And with that, we have to do a special episode. So we've invited all of our friends to come hang out. They will stop on by in various lengths and durations later on. But in the meantime, we're going to jump into some news. But when they show up, a reason to stick around and hang out. Me and Jordan, as promised, we hit 300 this last week. We are now at 304.
304. 304.
304.
304.
So we are men of our words.
304.
The Spur of the Moment podcast, you can make promises, but they have to be acted upon. Which means we'll be eating hot sauce later in the show.
We're gonna die
in front of our friends, potentially, assuming everything goes correctly.
It's gonna be painful.
It's gonna be quite the show. But that comes later. You have to stick around for that. Starting off with, we're gonna do some news. I got some news. We're gonna do some news. Let's do some news. Let's hit the news, Jordan.
The news.
The news. Let's begin today's show with. Oh my God! I forgot to say. You know what? I forgot to say the news stories that are coming up. We got Mario. We got to talk about Mario. We got to talk about Toy Story 5 again. Zack Snyder needs to know to stop. SpongeBob, that looks bad. Super Mario news. Sabrina Carpenter is gonna make an Alice in Wonderland movie. Mattel and such. Anyway, let's do Mario first. Jordan, I don't know if it feels like we can say, did somebody hear that? Does somebody hear that phone? Because we fucking called it.
We did say that Bowser Jr. was probably going to be in it. I think we called the it being based on Mario Galaxy.
We described the scene where he busts in and rescues him almost to a T.
Yeah. So
yes,
and
it's hard to know if this is if we're just getting good at this.
Or if it's just that obvious.
If it's just that obvious and that predictable, and I'm choosing the former.
I'm choosing a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
I'm taking all of the credit. We're just that smart.
I'm taking a healthy balance.
All of the credit.
I maintain hope that the in the scene where it's Rosalita and the robot thing, I maintain hope that in the robot thing is Wario.
I heard rumors that but to be fair, it's hard to know what is rumor and what is just people shitposting, but I did
people making wild speculations.
Yeah, but we do know for sure that Yoshi is in it, and he was not in this trailer. So
yeah, which makes sense because we saw his egg at the end of the last one. So that tracks.
Yeah, it looks like it's a little bit of Mario Sunshine. It looks like it's a little bit of there's a Mario Odyssey in there where you see the Mad Max
and Mario Galaxy.
And well, definitely, I mean, obviously Mario Galaxy with Rosalina.
Well, also Mario Galaxy 2 if it has Yoshi.
True. Yeah. So my hope is I kind of hope that Egad's in this.
Yeah, because otherwise
that'd be fun if Egad was in this.
It would be odd to have Bowser Jr. with the paintbrush and not have it be some sort of reference.
Right. You made a good point though, where you're like, I was sort of slightly disappointed that he sounded like Jack Black, which made me think that he's played by Jack Black. But he's not. He's played by Benny Safdie, who directed the rock movie that I talked about last week.
I think it's gonna end up being where when he's wearing that mask, he sounds like Bowser.
So that's not actually what he sounds like. So that I think is interesting. I mean, I guess we'll find out.
because I think it's supposed to be a reference or a callback to how in Mario Sunshine when he wears the thing he looks like
Yeah,
Mario.
maybe.
So in this I think it's supposed to
I,
be like
s-
a reference and a wink and a nod where when he wears the thing he sounds like Bowser.
I still maintain we might see some Koopa kids. I'm really hoping we might see some Koopa kids. That would be
I don't
fun.
think I don't think
Um,
so. And
but
because they have Bowser Jr., I think they'll focus on Bowser
I
Jr.
love how Brie Larson is Rosalina. There's a really cute clip of
Rosalita, yeah.
there's a really cute clip of her reading bedtime stories to
Yeah, I
which
like
made
that.
me think of there's an artist called Freddie Reddy. He does a song that's basically the poem of Rosalina's backstory, and it made me think of that. I was like, oh yeah, right. She's like a maternal figure to them. You kind of forget that.
Yeah, she absolutely is.
Um,
It
and
looks like fun. I mean, it
yeah,
looks it
she
being
really Brie Larson apparently is really passionate about this because she loves Mario Galaxy apparently.
interesting. It being set in galaxies in space does leave me wondering what sort of potential references to other franchises we might see in this movie.
I mean, they're supposedly setting up to
Smash Bros.
that
movie.
Smash Bros. Movie, so this would be the place.
I'm just saying.
For darn
I'm
sure, this would
just
be
I'm just
saying,
saying.
saying. No, I'm stoked for that. I am. It looks good. It looks fun. It looks cute. I really like Rosalina. I like how she's kind of a badass. That's really fun.
Is it Rosalina or Rosalita?
Rosalina, Lena with an N.
Lena or Lita?
Lena,
Okay. Why do
Lena.
I always thought it was Rosalita?
But now you've got me questioning myself. I cannot be bothered to Google it.
I'm gonna Google it.
So Jordan Zack Snyder, he shared a picture on his Instagrammies from the DCEU. I don't know exactly what was in it. I think it featured the Jared Leto's Joker, and he
It
came
is
with the
Rosalina.
Rosalina.
Lina.
It came with the caption, "He's just getting started." To which I say, "Bad, stop, no biscuit." James Gunn,
Sorry. What is he just getting started on?
his DC, Zack Snyder says he's just getting started after sharing a new DCEU pick. Stop,
But
stop,
but
bad,
he's been excised from it.
bad.
We've gotten rid of him.
James Gunn,
We've
James Gunn, get out there with the squirt gun and be like, "Bad, no biscuit."
what is
No,
what does he mean he's just
no,
getting started? No, he's done.
no,
He's we've
bad,
seen his version of events and it got rebooted.
bad.
He's out.
He's out. You're out, Norman. You're out.
He's out.
You know how much he sacrificed, though? Apparently,
Hmm.
Jordan, apparently, supposedly, allegedly, they're making okay. This is another one of those. I'm gonna read you the title of the article, and then as I tell you what the story is, point out the moment where you get progressively more disappointed. Okay. So the title of the article is "Knives Out Video Games." Sorry, let's try this again. Knives Out Video Game gives first look at movie spinoff. So you're like,
Go
all
on.
right,
Go
that's kind of
on.
interesting. All right. And then you read the article and it says, in a recent announcement from Netflix, the company highlighted some of its official gaming effects that will be released throughout the holiday season. So then you're like, oh, it's just one of those Netflix games. Well, that's not
Well,
very interesting.
no, to be fair, it might be an actual real one because I heard that Netflix was going to have Red Dead Redemption available to play. Like the actual
All
Red Dead
right.
Redemption.
All
Like you
right.
use your phone as a controller on your big screen TV and you play Red Dead Redemption through Netflix.
All right. Okay. All
So
right.
it might be something like that where it's a real game and you control it in that way. Got to give it a chance,
All
Justin.
right. Oh, okay. I don't know. They all just look like shitty mobile games.
It's because so far they have been.
Just because most of them are. Hold
So
on.
far, it absolutely that has been the case. Yes, except I think they had Grand Theft Autos, like various Grand Theft Auto
Did
games
they
on there.
actually? That's pretty
Yeah, I
funny.
think they had
Um.
all of them up to three or San Andreas. I don't
Oh, that's
remember.
pretty fun. That's honestly pretty fun. So Jordan,
You know, the mobile port, the one that
the
you can get through the store.
apparent. Sorry, you want to take a guess who you think is the did we wait did we? I feel like we talked about this already, but the bad guy in the big Lex Luthor Superman team up movie Man of Tomorrow.
I think we talked about this. You said it was. It's not coming to me, but I guessed Starro. I think I
You
guessed
did guess
Starro.
Starro, and I said it was Brainiac.
Right. The obvious answer
The obvious answer
that I should have thought of
that you
immediately.
should have
Right.
immediately thought of. Exactly.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. That
Um,
tracks. That makes sense.
Jordan, let's talk about that SpongeBob movie. That looks bad. I was really hoping it wouldn't look bad. Like I thought that it would look like it had like a hair of effort put into it. Um,
It
but
looks so cheap. I thought that when I saw that it was going to theaters,
I
I was
know I
like,
was shocked. I was like, "What? It's
I
going
thought
to
for sure.
theaters?"
Yeah, I thought for sure it was going to be another one of those ones because it looks like one of those
It looks
Netflix
like one of those
ones.
Netflix ones, exactly. Like I'm like, who? No, it's not fair. People who like SpongeBob will eat up pretty much anything, but like, I'm like, really, a story about the Flying Dutchman? That's the. I don't really know what you could possibly do with those characters anymore, but I just, all right.
I don't think there's anything you
I
could do with
wanted
those
there.
characters anymore,
I
personally.
wanted there to be something in there that was engaging or interesting to me, and I guess just maybe I'm just nothing left for me in SpongeBob anymore. I'm done.
I
I'm
mean,
retired.
they've done everything.
I'm retired.
Well, I think the only thing that they haven't done, quote me if I'm wrong, or tell me if I'm wrong, they haven't gone to space. You could have it be where they go to
Yeah,
space.
I don't think they've gone to space. No, they've done time travel. They did time travel.
They've
That's
done
what's a
a
shame. I like Sponge Out of Water. That movie's a fever dream. It's really good.
Like to me, the only thing that's left is not it's not a SpongeBob specific story. The only thing that's left is doing what like the games that they used to have, the All-Star games, where you had like the multiple Nicktoon
That'd be kind
universes
of
where
fun.
like it was like
Do that in an
Timmy
actual movie.
Turner, SpongeBob, Danny Phantom, and all those guys team up. Yeah, do that, but have that be a full budget movie.
Um,
To me, that's the only thing that's left.
you're not wrong. Jordan, you're not wrong. Um, so there's a really funny interview with Miles Teller, who said there's one person to blame for Fantastic Four's failure. I'm not gonna play the game because you obviously
Miles
know
Teller, he wasn't in
he's a
the new Fantastic Four.
Fan Four stick. Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of reasons why that movie failed.
He said it ultimately failed due to one person, one really important person, and then he wouldn't say who it was. And it's really obviously Josh Trank because like although a lot of people have inferred that it might be like some executive, but apparently Miles Teller and Josh Trank like nearly got into like fists on the set of that movie. So I just think it was probably Josh Trank. He's probably the problem. He like
Who's
like
who's Josh Trank?
he was the director.
Oh, okay. No, the reason why that movie failed is because they ruined Doctor Doom, they ruined the Fantastic Four, and there's nothing good about it that's worth redeeming.
I mean, debatable. Anyway,
No, the
um,
best scene in that movie is the scene where Doctor Doom is doing his electric thing and walking through, and he's not even. You could put any monster there. It's not even has nothing to do with him being Doctor Doom. That
yes, but
makes
you
that
said
scene
there is
good.
nothing redeemable. That scene removed from
There's
anything is
nothing
still objectively good.
sure, but that scene removed from the movie means that the movie is not redeemable. It means that scene is redeemable in another movie.
Yes, but is a symptom of that movie, therefore makes it redeemable. I'm just kidding.
No.
I think that movie's crap. It's one. There's one good scene in it. Is otherwise crap.
Yeah.
It's a bad movie. There's a lot of things that made that movie suck. I certainly do think the director the day before being like, "We made a good movie. You're not watching that movie." It was probably not a great move. Certainly killed his career in Hollywood. They tried to insist that it didn't, and he made like I think one more movie and then ultimately did nothing, which is a shame because he made Chronicle and that movie's good. That's the reason why he got Fan Four Stick was because Chronicle was good. Fun fact. In fact. Um, um, in a recent interview, Jordan, voice actor of Spider-Man and Spider-Man PS4 is teased that we're probably going to see him and Wolverine team up, which tells me that Spider-Man. Oh, he says, he says, I don't think they've met yet, but I, I, um, I suspect that they will. They will team up at some point.
I mean, yeah, for me, it would make total sense if there's a part of the game, if we know, if we can guess that the game is going to have that thing where like each part of the game you're in a different location and that's your world. It would make sense if there's a part where you're at New York, for example, that they could team up.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely, that makes sense.
Sorry, this article is going on to say that Lowenthal was like, oh, he wants to do a Spider-Man Moon Knight team up, and I'm like, ooh, a Moon Knight game would be kind of fun. But like, I just don't
I'd
think
play that.
I don't think anything has
I
really done a decent enough job explaining exactly. So what? He's like Batman meets Daredevil, although Daredevil's already basically so he's like Batman, but he's more than one. Yeah, that show did
No,
not do a good
not
job of
not
articulating
not
exactly what his
really.
deal is.
He's not. I wouldn't attribute him to. I could see why you would maybe think to attribute him to Batman, but essentially, what I understand of his character is he is a ex-Marine who found Khonshu, the spirit or whatever, the Egyptian god. But he also has what is essentially split personality disorder, and he has three personalities. One is Stephen Grant, who is like a film producer and high socialite. One is the bruiser, and one is the military guy. That's the three personalities, and they work together with Khonshu to fight against crime.
They fight crime.
And so, if they made a game, I think you could make a really fun game using Moon Knight, where each of the personalities is a different gameplay style,
That would be kind of fun.
uh, and it leads to different scenarios and stuff. I think that could be a lot of fun, actually,
That would be kind of fun.
especially if you bring Spider-Man into it.
Oh, here's one. So I'm kind of stalling because my last few stories are ones that involve people who are gonna be here's opinions on things. Like, I mean, I might as well wait the for couple minutes here until Haley shows up, and the Disney person can talk about Toy Story.
I understand. So maybe we should talk about some of the potential future episodes that might be coming out for the spur of the moment, and we can drag our feet.
No, it's okay. I got one more Superman story. Um,
Oh, okay. Never
they,
mind then.
I don't think they've announced this yet, or if it's still they're still just talking about it, or there's rumors about it. But and like I understand why people hate this. I really do. But like I love it because it's dumb, and they're apparently gonna make like a true crime documentary style show, like where it's hosted by Jimmy Olsen, where it um where it's about like true crime in the Superman universe, and apparently the first season is going to be about Gorilla Grodd.
Huh. My only thing with that is Gorilla Grodd is a Flash character,
Yeah,
not.
but that's just such a fun concept of like, yeah, it's basically like a Netflix documentary, but over the course of a season, like one of those mini true crime
See
docs,
what's
but it's superheroes. That's fun. I think that's fun.
what's interesting to me about that is that sounds very similar to what you and I kind of said about a police show
Kinda,
in
yeah.
Gotham.
Kinda, yeah, yeah. Or I'm like, yeah, like I like watching. I've been watching Godzilla for reasons that will become apparent later. But and I just love a world that is extraordinary but has to act ordinary. Oh, Haley's asking to join. Admit Haley. Haley is asking to join. Haley is entered the waiting room. Admit Haley. We're learning live on the air. Two people enter the waiting room. Arte Media enter the waiting room. Haley is here. She is connecting. Arte Media is joining. Us from the deck of the Enterprise.
You know what? Screw it. Screw it.
You know what? I almost did. I almost joined us from the deck of the Enterprise. You guys have joined us at a fortuitous moment.
How do I make it so I can see everyone?
is.
There we go.
Let's just
Hello.
multi-speaker.
Greetings from the
Deck of the
23rd century.
23rd century.
I had to figure out how to switch it from my phone to here to the computer.
That's funny.
For me, it was only showing Justin. I'm like, I'm hearing other voices, but I'm seeing
hearing-
only one face.
I'm
I'm hearing voices, but I see nobody.
Yeah,
Um,
Which
pretty
is
much. Yeah.
under any other circumstances is a call for concern.
I suppose we should just make sure that we don't pull a 1 year anniversary and don't have any audio.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we could actually hear everyone this time.
I can hear you.
I hear me.
I hear Haley.
I hear Haley.
Okay.
I hear Jake.
We heard me earlier, so we're never gonna. Okay, okay, excellent. Anyway, joining us from parts unknown, we have our friends from. Well, I mean, Jake's from everywhere. Jake is from the Arte Media podcast. He's from the Average Intelligence podcast. He's from Down the Middle. He's from Toon Talk 2.0. He's from the latest and greatest hit R69 podcast. He's from my favorite podcast, The Final Frontier. Did I miss any? I feel like I missed one.
I don't. Down the middle.
Down the Middle, and then we got Down the Middle. We got the
Down the middle is often forgotten, but
I mean, to be fair to you, you have such a busy schedule. It's not as consistent as some of the other ones. But like
it happens.
It happens.
Well, and to be fair, I don't know why I'm on the R69 podcast.
I mean,
I am there.
You contribute. Don't worry.
It's clearly because of your charming personality.
No, he's the manager. He's the manager. It's why I go to him all about all their PR, because he's their manager.
Oh, okay.
That's just in light air quotes.
In light air quotes.
I'm the manager in the Dr. Evil sense of the word, manager.
Manager.
And then obviously we have our friend Haley from the Party of Broadway World podcast. And we're gonna have probably other people at other points drop in and out over the course of this. That's exciting. But I sort of cheated. I know I said no news, but there's a few news stories here that I think are funny. That I'm curious as to what you guys are thinking, and a couple of them are Disney related, so I just figured. What are you guys feeling on Toy Story 5? Did you see the trailer? Haley, did you see the trailer? What you feeling?
I did, and no comment.
No comment. Excellent. Perfect. Jake, what are your thoughts?
I'm cautiously optimistic because when Toy Story 4 was announced, much like what happened to me with Back to the Future, I was a purist. I said it does after 3, especially, it doesn't need to be touched. It's perfect. And then 4 came along. It's not better than 3, but I mean,
it's cute.
It worked. I was okay with it. It made logical sense, and it's a new chapter. And they're touching on iPads and tablets finally. So I'm like, I'm with this. I have hope.
For me, the best part of it was how, like, because we're nerds out here,
yeah.
And like we're nitpicky, and the best part of it for me was how the internet went, why is Woody back in Bonnie's room? It was so validating. It was the most validating thing I'd ever seen. It was a wave of people being like, all the people who were previously excited for this movie joined me and Jordan in like, wait a minute, none of this makes any sense.
I'm just
Also,
excited.
I mean, it probably doesn't, but
Real quick.
Oh,
Sorry, real quick. Critical Hit Training stopped by on our comments to say congratulations to us, and I wanted to call that out. I hope you feel better, buddy. You were feeling sick, which is why he wasn't able to join us today.
Yeah.
But maybe episode 101 we can have you on. You can be the first in the next batch of the hundreds.
No.
But sorry, I wanted to take a second and call that out.
No problem. So go ahead, Haley. You
but I was gonna say, I just love the fact that Conan O'Brien's gonna be in it.
I
As a toy.
there's so many
I'm
awesome.
I'm enjoying some of the cast.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm thinking of Zootopia 2 with all
Zootopia.
the voice
Zootopia
acting.
2, yeah, has a lot.
Yes, there's some peak voice acting happening in that.
Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
Robert
come on.
Irwin. Come on, Robert Irwin. I saw
Robert
B-roll of
Furwin.
some of them. They were Robert Furwin. Loving a good pun.
I mean,
So
they had
good.
me. They had me at Robert Furwin, but then Michael J. Fox. I'm like,
How
okay,
can you-
okay.
Right.
I love Michael J. Fox because he's self-aware. Like, one of my favorite Michael J. Fox jokes is he did a show when he was a while after he was diagnosed with Parkinson's, where I just saw a clip of it where he's in a truck and the truck is shaking and he's just like, see this? Perfectly normal for me. I was like, that's funny. That's good. That's funny. Only he can get away with that.
His guest starring role on Scrubs also kind of touched in that. In that episode, his character had OCD, but you could tell. But it was fine because nobody's gonna say anything bad about Michael J. Fox.
I just don't think
because
they
if
are.
you do, you're an asshole.
Right.
Right? Right? Who
And besides,
would?
what did Michael J. Fox ever do that was bad? Spin City was good until he left.
I agree. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Charlie Sheen. Who's not loving a Charlie Sheen?
I don't. Okay, that's fair. But it was
like
better
Charlie
when Michael
Sheen.
J.
I mean, that's
I
also
don't now.
fair.
I used to. God, he used to be so funny, and now he's
Yeah,
just.
he used to be
Weird. He's
better.
weird.
I
Okay, so if you've watched Major League or Hot Shots, you have to at least acknowledge that Charlie Sheen was at one time
I
funny.
mean, I
Yeah.
love Platoon. I think Platoon
I
was
mean, I
phenomenal.
was a big fan of Two and a Half Men growing up,
Two and
so
a Half
I like
Men. I love Two in It.
I love that
Yeah.
show.
I could never get into that show. I never did.
Really?
Really?
I've seen some episodes. I just could never get into it.
It hits a point in the later seasons where it becomes unbelievable that,
Oh,
that this sponge of a man
yeah.
would be, but
No, that show it dies with Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
Like his character, once his character leaves, him, Alan mooching off of what's his name, Ashton Kutcher's character. I can talk, guys. It just becomes irritating at a certain point for me. But yeah.
I watched clips of it in the later seasons where it eventually hits a point where they've written it where or Alan moves out and moves in with the brother-in-law character, the one played by Ryan Stiles.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then,
yeah.
Ashton Kutcher chases after him. Anyway, that's
Okay.
I'm becoming the
that's
problem on
sad.
my own show. What's no? Okay, Haley sent me this. So I included it because I knew she was going to be on, and that was the author of Who Censored Roger Rabbit got all the rights back, and he has said that yeah. And I just wanted to mention it because, to be clear, as near as I can tell, he didn't get the copyright to the movie characters, just the book characters. But the book is very different. I can't imagine any of you guys have read the Who Censored Roger Rabbit book. Mostly probably just
No.
familiar with it's quite different. In the original book, Jessica Rabbit is still there, Roger Rabbit is still there, but I believe the baby is not. And instead of being movie characters, they're comic book characters. So when they get killed, they don't get dipped. Their speech bubble gets erased. And so that's what it's about. So yeah, it's quite a bit different. So I think you'll probably see a movie he said he's going to make a movie that's more akin to that. So like I don't think you're going to see like Who Framed Roger Rabbit 2 out of this, for example.
He said that he was going to make a movie strictly called Jessica Rabbit. All about Jessica Rabbit.
I imagine it probably won't look like the Disney version. But hey, who knows? Maybe Disney will let it because they're like, you know what? Money be money, yo. They are Disney after all.
Yeah, if they get their cut, they might be okay with
Right?
it. Who knows?
If they get a
I don't
cut
know.
of it.
Disney these days is kind of an all or nothing company.
Yeah.
What's ironic?
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
You know what's really ironic? Just like a couple hours before this, I was watching the History Channel, and they had on Walt Built America. It went through. It's like a 6 episode thing where they go through his entire story.
He's really.
It's a fascinating story.
It really is. I did
Yeah.
a biography on him in grade 5. His life story is so interesting. I can't believe they haven't made a good biopic. Now that comes with an asterisk. They have made biopics of him, but none of them are good.
Well, because Disney's never going to sign off on you saying anything bad ever about Walt Disney.
Yeah, pretty much. Like you've got the closest you've got to is the Saving Mr. Banks, and that one's like he's a perfect chestnut.
Yeah,
of a
it
fellow.
makes him into a real Mr. Rogers in that one.
Walt before Mickey was not
That's the
great.
other one.
It wasn't. There was like no real facts in it. It was all fantasized.
Exactly. Well, that's an excellent point because me and Jordan talked about this last week when we did True Stories. Jordan said he wants to see the fluffed up version of the person. He's not really interested in warts. What
Well,
do you
for
guys
me, it
feel?
depends on the story, but yes, usually if I'm going, my point was more. Sorry, I'll speak for myself here. My point was more, if I'm going to a biopic, I'm not that to me that's different than going to a documentary. The documentary is the hard facts. That's I'm looking for the actual accurate 100%. That's what happened version of events. If I'm going to a biopic, that's the characterized version of events. And I'm going to it expecting that and kind of looking for that. That was more my point.
So
That's
yeah.
true. Unfortunately, most people don't share that accurate view.
Yeah. Like the like the bit of like where they said like Walt kept the mouse in his pocket always. That's not true. That never happened.
That
Never
mouse would be dead,
happened.
Yeah, the mouse would be dead. Because, like, okay,
and Walt would be bit several times.
right? That mouse would not be happy.
Mice actually aren't fans of being kept in chest pockets. They're not.
No.
No.
He's not just going to be in there. It's like, oh, this is great. I don't
They're
want to
very
see the
s-
sun ever.
Because
They're very squirmy and very bitey.
very bitey. Because here's the because in regards to Michael Jackson trailer, because Haley also sent me the Michael Jackson trailer,
Ooh.
and that movie it got sliced and diced because Michael Jackson's family didn't want him to be painted in a negative light, and I found that with both Foxcatcher and the Rock one. Smashing Machine. Where the guys who that movie is about were involved in the making of that movie, so they cut out all the shit that makes that guy look bad. And to me, I want to see all the shit that makes you look bad. So I want to see I want to see Walt Disney smoking 5 packs a day. You know, I want to see the stuff that makes him look bad. You know what I mean? Like that's
Makes
what
him look
interests me.
human.
Yeah, that makes him look human. That's a better way to put it.
Speaking of like him smoking, in the thing I watched earlier, he smoked his whole entire life, and that's what ultimately killed him. And I know I knew that's what killed him, but I didn't know he smoked his whole entire life.
Oh yeah, he was a chain smoker. Like he smoked like crazy.
People forget, and Haley, I think you might be old enough to remember this, but barely, because they didn't start passing, at least in the States, I don't know about Canada, but in the States, they didn't really start passing those indoor smoking bans until, like,
Late 90s.
when would that have been? Yeah, like late 90s, early 2000s, because, like, I'm old enough to remember when you would just walk into restaurants, and sometimes it's just a cloud.
Yeah, smoking
Like,
or not smoking. We used to
It was
Smoking or not
normal.
smoking.
when I was a when I was
Yeah,
a
but I
kid,
mean, there's no such thing as a non-smoking section.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
it
yeah,
doesn't
no,
exist.
yeah.
yeah,
And
I
by the-
remember.
It's your proximity to the smog. Like,
yeah,
but
pretty much.
But
Yeah.
like people forget it, and it's easy to forget now because nowadays smoking's not super common. But back then, I mean, especially by the time Walt was coming up, like almost everybody smoked. It wasn't weird.
It was.
You were weird
Yeah,
if
it
you
was
didn't.
very
You
common.
were weird if you didn't smoke.
And weren't cigarettes really cheap back then too? 'Cause
Oh
it
yeah,
was
Oh
like-
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It was before they started doing all the excise tax and the sin taxes
Yeah.
to try to dissuade people from smoking.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was
Oh
a
yeah,
kid,
your smoking habit was probably cheaper than your eating habit.
well, it was like I remember watching The Crown and being like, is this before they understood lung cancer was a thing? Because he was smoking. I was like, yeah. They didn't really recognize lung cancer as being a thing till like the 60s or something like that.
And by the time
That's when it
that
started.
and by the time that they found his lung cancer, it was like far too late. He only had like 5 weeks to live.
Yeah, well, that's why he stopped doing Mickey, was because his vocal cords couldn't take from all the smoking, because his vocal cords couldn't take. But he refused to be. You would never see. There's not a photo or a video or anything like that. But that's what I want. I want the biopic where like we're gonna talk. One of the movies we're gonna talk about is really ego driven on the part of Walt Disney, and that is the part that interests me. I'm more interested in the flaws than I am in the. In the case of Michael Jackson, he does Thriller, or he does the Billie Jean. I want to see his bad dad.
You want to know the man, not the legend.
Pretty well, yeah.
But men are boring, legends are fun. I get it. I get why they do it.
Yeah, it's not that I don't. It's why I get why, like the Freddie Mercury.
But you're right. Yeah, but you're right. It depends on the person because sometimes you do want to see, in a story like Foxcatcher, you do want to see the humanity of it, and sometimes humanizing a person can make the story worthwhile. But most of the time, people want to see the legend.
No, you're absolutely not wrong. Okay, I've got two more. I've got two more stories. One is specifically for Jake, and a little bit for Jordan. Not so much for Haley. Jake, I closed the page. Dang it! They announced they're making a new Star Trek movie.
Oh God!
And
Stop.
Stop me when this sounds bad to you, because I couldn't decide if this sounded bad.
That
You had me
reaction
at new Star Trek movie. Honestly,
Okay.
That reaction makes it all worth it.
So I don't imagine you're gonna know the names, but it's being written by Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daly. They're a filmmaking duo who have worked on the scripts for movies like Horrible Bosses, The Incredible
I like
Burt
that.
Wonderstone, and Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. And they also worked on the Vacation and the 2023 Dungeons and Dragons movie with Chris Pine.
Okay.
Okay, I don't imagine, purely from a script standpoint, based on their record, I can't imagine the film's going to be awful, but it's not going to be great.
It feels like it's going to have a comedic bent to it. Like, that was what I would say.
And that's... So, not to say you can never do comedy with Star Trek, as you can see on The Final Frontier. Oftentimes, comedy in Star Trek is unintentional, though.
Right? But sometimes it's very much they're doing a punchline. Like, they are doing jokes. More than people recognize.
Yeah, the Star Trek sitcom is a thing, and we have made it real.
We've made it real.
You have to do it the right way, because Star Trek does have a flavor, and you can't really scoot away too much, because then it becomes not Star Trek, which is the criticism of a lot of the newer series.
Yeah.
But that being said, too, I've always found that odd, because Star Trek is also constantly evolving. So it's a fine line you have to walk.
Yeah.
Because if you do comedy Star Trek, it's just the Orville.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Okay, good.
Which is great, but we knew that was going to be a comedy.
Orville.
Yeah,
I love the Orville. Sometimes I like the Orville more than Star Trek.
I watched it. I watched a couple episodes. I couldn't get into it.
I mean,
it depends. It depends on which series you tried to watch, because some are. I will admit there are Star Trek series that require a prior gateway, because if you don't have the prior gateway, you're like, I don't know what I'm watching, and I just don't have an entry point here.
I'm always like the beginning, but that's always my stance on that. But I recognize
Deep Space Nine is a series that you can just start watching, because what makes it great isn't necessarily the Star Trek of it. It's the Deep Space Nine of it. If you have prior knowledge of things like the Federation and all that, it helps, but because Deep Space Nine is also introducing a lot of new elements, so even if you're a Trekkie, these are new to you as well.
I always go Kelvin movies, Kelvin timeline, because it's like those are nice, easy popcorn flicks that anyone can enjoy.
Only the first one's good, though. That's the problem.
Well, I mean, I love Seth MacFarlane, so I thought I was gonna like the Orville. I watched a couple episodes, and I'm like, no.
You're talking about the Orville. Okay.
Yeah.
That does take you gotta get into it a bit. The first episode, if you're not like fully, I think if you're not on board with his live action stuff, like if you really liked A Million Ways to Die in the West, you're gonna really dig the Orville.
I like
Or
Ted.
Ted.
Yeah.
It's one of those shows where you have to build your way into it to really get attached to the characters. But like once you kind of here's what I'll say, without spoiling anything. There are some really solid episodes in the later seasons which just touch on subjects which you just don't see coming in that kind of show, and it does it in such a respectful and such a good faith and good natured way that it's hard not to sing the show's praises.
It is.
Well, Seth MacFarlane, at least in the Orville, is actually really good, or the writing team, I should get, because it's not just Seth, but he's a part of it.
Yeah.
They're really good at taking a contemporary social issue and twisting it so that it's unrecognizable, but you still know what they're talking about. For example, and this is actually episode 2 of season 1 where they tackle this. No, season 3. I'm sorry, episode 3, because 3 and 4, where they basically tackle the idea of transgenderism, but they do it using a single gender species that has biological anomalies. So for that species, our biological normal is abnormal to them, and because it's so flipped, they can explore that issue in a way that nobody can be like, because you can't say, oh, well, they're making a statement. They're not, because to these characters, it's a totally different situation, but you still get to comment on biological realities and things like that in a way that's not going to be inherently offensive to anyone, because it's a totally different example. They do that a lot.
I was always just like, how did the guy who had one of his characters vomit for a full minute at the notion of hooking up with a transgender person make one of the most nuanced episodes of television about transgenderism in existence? How is that possible? Like, that's very impressive.
Because Brian didn't know at the time.
Yeah, fair. Welcome, Allie from
Hello,
Literature
Allie.
Laundry.
Hi, Allie.
How's it going?
I'm late, but I made it.
You made it. No, you're on time.
I was so happy to see a new video, a new long form video, I should say, posted from you.
Yeah.
Was
yeah.
very
Oh my god,
excited.
yeah.
Right?
Long time coming.
I enjoyed your murder board. That was awesome.
My character board. Oh my god, it's still up. I can't take it down. I'm like, the only way I can take this down is when I'm ready to put up the next one.
That's excellent.
So-
Keep
I love
it
it.
as inspiration.
Inspiring.
Yeah, I already have another drama that I want to do. It's one from this year, 2025, and it's got the same male lead like actor in it. So like facial expressions, like really dramatic, crazy, insane plot. I'm just like, oh, I'm already excited to
Excellent.
start it. Once I finish editing part 2, I'm editing part 2 of the My Lethal Man one. But yeah.
Excellent.
Nice.
That is so much fun.
Not to break up the flow, but really quick, did everybody get their email/messages about the awards?
Yes, I did. Yes, I have to talk to Jordan about
you
that.
know I did.
I know you did, Haley, but
I did. Yes.
actually, just
Justin
checking.
did.
I did. I have to talk to Jordan about it. I think I briefly mentioned it to him that we have to start thinking about
you
that.
briefly mentioned it.
We feel like one of the categories is a wash, but that's a discussion for another time.
This year certainly, yeah. One of the categories is a moot
What-
point.
One of us got goofy, so
one of us is a little goofy, so okay, I got one, since Ali said this is perfect. I got one more story that I thought was really, really funny, that I went really. So I don't know what you all call it, but they're making a movie based on it says Viewmaster, but it's basically like they're like the little plastic thing, and you put like a slide in it, and then you like flick
like
it.
the viewfinder thing.
Yeah, like the
toy
viewfinder thing. You flick. They're apparently Disney is making a movie based on that.
Okay, that's
And
random, but okay.
in my
How?
head-
Why? What?
They should just do They
I-
Live, where it just every time you look through it, you see aliens.
Oh no! See, what happens is when you flip to a new thing, it teleports you there.
Ooh, I like that. That's even better.
Ooh,
That's the
fun.
only
like
way I
that.
can think they can make a movie out of that.
That is
I need
is
to talk to Disney now because I'm like, I don't think you should do this. This is so
Disney.
What kills me about Disney, though, is every time I start to lose hope in Disney as a company, they come out with a gem, and then you're like, okay,
Okay, no.
okay,
Name one
they
gem.
it's still in there somewhere.
Name one gem.
Beavers
Like,
Avatar, but it's beavers. That movie looks amazing. You can't tell me Avatar, but it's beavers doesn't look amazing.
The beavers.
It does look good.
I'm just. It just.
I thought
I'm just,
Nickelodeon owned the rights to that show.
I'm just saying. No. The blue people
I think
Avatar,
it
but
looks
it's beavers.
stupid.
It looks phenomenal.
It
Like.
looks
Just
fun.
not.
It looks so good. It looks so much fun. I'm looking forward to that.
Haley, to answer your question, I haven't watched it yet, but I was told Elemental was actually really, really
Yeah,
good.
it's a little too
I like
much
that one.
like Zootopia. That's my one. Like,
Oh, with Zootopia, there's one.
yeah, Zootopia is an absolute gem. Seriously,
Zootopia was exceptional.
we're gonna be talking about Zootopia too.
Really? You didn't like Zootopia? Why not?
You know I don't like Zootopia.
I don't
Why?
remember what
About this.
I don't remember what I did last week. I don't remember why
Yeah.
you
He-
dislike Zootopia.
Man does like 17
You
podcasts.
got something against carnivores, don't you? I knew it. I didn't think you were one of them,
dang.
Haley.
He went
He
there.
went there.
So there's a they now, huh? Huh?
There's a they. Them.
They don't make good
Well,
movies
guess what?
anymore.
Guess
Actually, that's my
Okay,
favorite line in the movie. Actually, I think it's there's a them now.
Oh,
but that's
there's
my
a
favorite
them
line in the
now.
movie.
There's a them now.
love
I was
that.
not expecting that from a movie about talking animals. I'm sorry, I just wasn't. So when that happened, I'm like, oh shit, this
Oh.
just got real.
Oh, just became pirates.
I dig it. Actually,
I still love how she just.
I think those hats need to make a comeback. Real talk.
I mean,
Try
they
a
do.
corn hat.
They do. That is an excellent. That's
I
an
just
excellent.
love the little giggle.
The little head and the giggle. That was delightful.
Oh, you
Excellent.
found the salted toffee that I put in your snack bin. Is it good? I think that one's Neapolitan.
That's funny.
I found some salted toffee, so I put it in her snack bin, and
She found
Now
it.
she's eating
And
it.
she's
She found
discovered
it.
She's evidently found it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's an excellent transition point. To
Sorry.
no, that's excellent. That was great.
Oh.
That was very funny.
Aw.
Hello.
Aw.
Oh,
Speaking
no.
of Disney.
Speaking of Disney, no. Well, like, if this is a good spot for the sponsorship. Number one, I do want to shout out, because I actually listened to it. I want to shout out R69's newest single. Jake, help me out. What's it called?
You Are Okay, and
You
it's
Are
good,
Okay.
no?
It's actually good. I hate saying that because it sounds so condescending, but like I was expecting something a bit more metal, to be honest with you.
No,
Um,
that's the thing. R69 is not a metal band. It's very much if you like your mid to late 90s, not soft rock, but kind of like radio play rock,
Absolutely.
you'll love R69.
Yeah, it's a solid chorus. I was really impressed. I was like, this is really. I think I texted you and went, this is a toe tapper. Like this is
Yeah,
quite
no.
good. Yeah, you could check that out.
They're all quite catchy.
They are. Yeah. They So those are that one's on Spotify, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
Yep.
the full one's on Spotify. I listen to it on Spotify. I will put the Spotify
But
link in the.
if you visit r69verse.com, you can sign up for a free. There are paid memberships where you get more stuff, but you can sign up for a free membership and you can get access to all the new music that's released, regardless of where it's released out there in the world. Because in the verse, you get it all.
Excellent. That's good to know. R69 verse. Check that out. And then in each of you, we did at the beginning, but we'll do it again. Haley's from the Party of Broadway World podcast. Jake is from a bajillion things.
Everywhere.
He's from everywhere. Currently, he's coming from the. I'm gonna promote my favorite one, which is the Final Frontier, which comes out every Monday unless Jake is busy.
Except last Monday.
Except for last Monday. It usually comes out on Mondays. I'm a viewer and a fan of that show, even though I'm on it. I think it's funny. I enjoy the edits. The edits make me laugh.
You're gonna love some of the edits because this episode on Monday is the first of many that will have our new running gag of "That's what she said" clips from The Office.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
And then she just joined us, but we have Allie from Literature and Laundry. She is currently doing a big breakdown of narrative breakdown. Did I do that right?
Yeah, well, it's like a story. I cover like characters, plot, and what's going on
It's really cool
as I explain the story.
and really detailed. And it's on.
I did
With-
get into pretty big details. It's a deep dive. That's
Deep
what we
dive,
do
that's the word.
on this channel.
That's
It's
the
a
word.
deep dive.
It's a deep dive.
No, and they're fantastic because I love deep dives and it makes me feel smarter after I listen to it every time.
I see. What we do here is a surface level dive. She does a deep dive.
You
Yeah.
snorkel.
Yeah, we snorkel.
We
We're
snorkel.
snorkeling. We're not getting into
You
the
snorkel.
feelings
Yeah. I scuba dive. I go right down into those caverns, into the nitty gritty.
One is
I
less
mean-
dangerous than the other.
I mean, I can't do a deep dive. I don't have a pointer stick.
That is
So
true. I don't have a
pointy-
murder
the
board
pointy
with
stick.
lines pointing
yeah.
to. The only
Yeah, while
time-
I was planning it, I was like, you know what? This needs a pointer stick. And
Pointer
so
Everything
Yeah.
is better with a pointer stick. No, see, we
I'm
don't
hoping
get.
in my new
Amazon
studio.
Amazon just
Yeah.
happened to offer me a 1 month free trial. I was like, it's all coming together.
Coming together.
I hope to in my new studio to have actually now I'm going to do it now because I know how I can do it. I hope to have a board and a pointer stick that I can now do deep
Yeah.
dives when I feel it's necessary.
Point to the board. Just point to the board every time you need to make a
I don't
point.
think it's going to be as good as Allie's though because that was solid.
Oh, it's a solid board. I mean, respect the board. See, we only get deep when it comes to misunderstanding or making fun of a thing. Like I recently watched. This is a look to the future, something me and Jake are doing. But I recently watched Godzilla versus Ghidorah versus Mothra. Mega Battle, I think is the title, where Godzilla is the risen spirit of the victims of the Pacific War. Come back to Japan to remind them why they occasionally need a Godzilla.
Right.
Okay.
See,
I really like that one. I do.
He made that face when I said it to him, and it has the distinction of being the one where King Ghidorah goes babyface. He saves the guy.
It's a weird. It's a twist.
But King
it is a twist.
Ghidorah is the bad guy.
Not in that movie. He's not.
Hey,
He
heel
eats
turns or face turns are everywhere.
They're everywhere. It's a real big. And then, of course, you got Mothra,
Godzilla is wrestling.
who's a good guy until you take her peanuts. That is a joke for one person. That is a joke for one. Okay, okay. I have to explain that joke. Okay, I have to explain that joke. So Mothra in the Japanese in Godzilla has little twin sidekicks who, in the original version, were played by a Japanese band called the Peanuts.
Oh.
Okay, that's random.
And you say you don't do deep dives.
I happen to learn it because one of the things there was a Reddit thread that was like they got to stop taking Mothra's peanuts, and I'm like, I don't get this joke. I need to get this joke. Anyway,
those are the original twins, though, right?
Yeah, it was the original.
The original
twins,
ones, yeah.
Yeah, and then they get
I
progressively.
don't know why they
less
recast
twin-like.
them.
I don't know. They're apparently quite a famous Japanese singer.
They are. That's why I don't understand. And from what I understand, is they were down to come back again, but for some reason Toho was like, nah, we're gonna recast because they probably wanted like $1 more.
Probably, yeah. It was the 1960s and 70s. It was money and sexism. It was likely money and sexism, or the combination of the two.
I mean, that still
Knowing
goes
Toho
on.
was probably
So
money.
Yeah, knowing Toho was probably money.
That doesn't feel like that was exclusive to back then. I mean, it's still.
No, this is true.
This is true. Okay, so
But nowadays they just take one person that's not a twin and CGI double that person because why
true.
not spend an additional $300,000 when you can just hire twins?
Because well, I mean, yeah, this is not true. Oh, that actually, real quick before we move on, no, we'll leave that for another time. Let's get on to the actual main topic proper. So, for the 100th special, our 100th episode special, I was like, I'm just gonna throw it out. I'm gonna throw out the whole thing, and I've invented a game I call Yes or No. And all you have
Sounds
to do,
complicated.
All you have to do, this is real easy, okay? Jordan maintains it's complicated, but I maintain it's not. So this is all you have to do. Me and Jordan have curated a list of 10 movies that we feel you probably have never heard of. If you have heard of it, you are welcome to fill in any details that we have left out to decide whether or not the other people want to say yes or no. Now, you could choose not to fill in any details if you want to say no and let me or Jordan absolutely flounder. But the only details that you are allowed are the details we provide. Now, if you need additional details, you just raise your hands and be like, question. And then at the end of it, after me and Jordan have finished our descriptions, I will ask all of you, yes or no. And then...
Yes or no if we've seen it?
You've seen it. If you yes or no, and your yes or no could depend. It could be, do you want to see the movie? Does it sound interesting? Have you seen it?
Okay.
It's a
This
game
is now
of
complicated.
it's a game of the rules don't matter.
I'm with Jordan on
the
this
rules
one.
are made up. The
rules are made up and it doesn't matter.
It's basically, yeah.
It's basically
jumble.
Basically, we describe it, and in your headcanon reason of whatever the answer to the question of yes or no is, then you say yes or no. It's different for every person. So for Allie, it could be, I've seen this movie, and she would say yes or no. Or Haley, it might be, this movie sounds awful.
This movie sounds like dog shit. You'd be like, no, big no to this dog shit movie.
Or
and then we explain
Jake's
our
question,
yes or no.
Jake's question could be, this is a movie that I could make a deep dive about and spend an hour and a half talking about this movie. Yes or no? Everybody's different.
Or I'll just have AI do it.
Jordan's my co-host. He's going like, yes, that's exactly the idea. And if you're like, in Haley's case, you're like, I never want to see this bad sounding movie. You just say no, and you could either explain
it's like Pocahontas, Princess of the American Indians.
Yes, it's really funny.
That's my favorite episode, by the way.
That was
It's mine too.
That was almost in this, but I think I have one that's better. I'll give you. We'll do an example. Okay, I'll do it. We'll start you off with a decent example. So, yesterday I watched a movie called Rover Dangerfield. Now, Rover Dangerfield is an animated movie from the 1990s where it's, what if Rodney Dangerfield were a dog? And that's the whole joke. And the entire time I was watching this movie, I was like, even in 1991 when this came out, who is this for? Do the kids in 1991 know who Rodney Dangerfield is? Do you guys know who Rodney Dangerfield is? That's my question. I guess I'm flipping this immediately. Do you guys know who Rodney Dangerfield is?
do, and
I know
the
the
kids in the
name.
'90s did know him, but they would not have known him by name.
Because
Uh,
this
I was 4, so I'm going to say no.
no, he's very much you would know him as a reference in Aladdin. If you've seen Aladdin, the genie does where he pulls his tie. He goes, "I get no respect." That's right.
Losing to a rug.
I'm losing to a rook. That's
yeah.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I have no idea who he is.
So all of his dialogue in this movie is just Rodney Dangerfield jokes, and like one of the lines is literally he's like, I was told not to, or my wife told me I was too old to beg. He's a dog.
Okay.
The joke is clearly about sex.
Elder millennials would recognize Rodney Dangerfield as Satan's father in Little Nicky.
Yes, he's also in Caddyshack as well. If you've seen Caddyshack.
Yes, Caddyshack is probably his biggest claim to fame.
Yeah.
I forgot about it.
His whole gag is that he's a put upon schlubby guy, I guess. He was a real one-liner comedian, but that's all of his dialogue. So the plot of this is that he winds up his owner's boyfriend, who is Stanley from what's the name of A Streetcar Named Desire. If you've seen A Streetcar Named Desire, he's Stanley from A Streetcar Named Desire. You know he's a bad guy because he smokes a cigarette the whole movie. He stopped smoking a cigarette to smoke another cigarette. It's the 90s. It's how you know he's evil.
Right.
Okay.
He tosses Rover Dangerfield into a sack and tosses him into the river and tries to kill him. And he gets picked up by Max Goof. Well, not actually Max Goof, the woman who played... A kid played by the woman who plays Max Goof from a Goof troop. And he falls in... That Max Goof. He falls in love with a dog on this farm and has to learn to blend in the farm. And at one point, a pack of wolves shows up to eat the goose, which they're going to eat for Christmas dinner, but who is anthropomorphic. So you feel guilty about her imminent death. And they get attacked by wolves, and she dies. She gets killed. And the farmer wants to put Rover Dangerfield down because he thinks that Rover Dangerfield killed the goose. And there's a bit where Rover's holding the goose's dead corpse, and it's kind of a little dark. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
Honestly, this really tracks for kids movies from the 90s.
I mean, right? They were all like this.
All dogs go to heaven.
Yeah.
Okay, really.
It sounds like a Don Bluth movie. Yeah.
It sounds like a 90s kids movie.
So
Justin and I have made the joke multiple times about if your children's movie from the 90s isn't trying to traumatize you, it's not doing its job properly.
But also, now that you know, what happened to the girl, the little 4-year-old that voiced that
and
girl,
all dogs, yeah, that's really sad.
And all the dogs go to heaven, then it kind of fucks you up watching it because
to be fair, it fucked me up before I knew that, but that just made it worse.
Yeah, it makes it worse.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
So that's all my bits on Rover Dangerfield. So we're just gonna go down the line. We'll start with Haley. Haley, yes or no?
To Roger, are we still on?
Rover Dangerfield, yes.
Okay.
Or no?
I'm gonna say I know. No.
No. Okay, fair enough. Jake, yes or no?
This is a hard no because the plot to this movie and the elements in it just sound like the Disney version of the biography of Kristi Noem.
Ooh, I can see why you would say that. It was giving me that vibe throughout. It was. Allie.
I prefer your story, and the goat gets it too.
And the goat gets it too. That's the sequel. That's true.
That's part 2.
That's part 2. Allie, yes or no?
I'm gonna say yes because it tracks.
It tracks. Jordan, finally, Jordan.
It is a product of its time.
It's a product of its time. Jordan, yes or no?
I think I'm gonna say yes, but with an asterisk of for this show.
For the show. Okay.
For this show.
That's totally
make
fair.
it work. Yeah. Make it a job.
Yeah. Make it part of your job. That totally makes sense. So that's it. That's the basic premise of yes or no.
Okay.
Jordan, you may go next. What's your first thing?
Okay. So we're gonna start with it's an old anime from I think it's the 80s, 83. It's called Protectors of the Protectors of Universe. And whoo boy, this was an experience. So
I'm so glad.
Protectors of Universe.
I'm
Protectors
Love it.
the
of
internal
universe.
happiness in my soul right now.
So feel free if I miss anything. Feel free if you want to throw any additional information. But I had to watch this twice because the dub was so broken. I believe it's originally
That's so kind. That's the kindest way you could have described it. Sure, you could be a diplomat.
It's so broken. But I believe it's originally a
Broken.
Korean animation. And so the general plot of it is basically there's these bad blue people who look like Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy. And they have a leader who looks like Cobra Commander from
Yep.
G.I.
He
Joe.
straight up looks like Cobra Commander.
And he wants to conquer the universe. And then there's a robot who looks kind of like a Gundam.
I said he looked like Voltron. He looked way more like Voltron to me.
I personally think he looks like a Gundam, but I could see the Voltron
It's like
too.
a merge of the two.
Yeah, it really is. And then
They
Hold
couldn't
them,
decide
if
which
you will.
one, so they just sort of like did both
Both.
together.
Pretty much, yeah. And then there's they like fuse it to like a snake or a train, or I'm not sure exactly.
It's a train.
What the tail is. It a train?
It's,
Okay,
it's
supposed to
a
be
train. It's supposed to be a train.
Okay. And then there's there's
And for Jake,
You
think
got-
like late 80s anime, or even late 60s to 70s anime.
really cheap,
Like really cheap
really
anime. Like really cheap.
and oh
Like-
man, it's just a lot. There's a lot of scenes of the robot flying for one thing, so that's like just a good chunk of it. There's the blue people really do. Once I noticed it, I couldn't not notice that they look like Yondu from Guardians of the
They
Galaxy.
have the orange stripe down their
They got the
forehead. It's
orange
pretty-
stripe down their forehead.
pretty
and
hard to
everything.
ignore. Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
just an army of them. And yeah, it's just they go there. They fight against the army of blue people. They defeat it. At one point, there's an evil lady who looks human, and she's amongst all the blue people, but she looked completely different than them for some reason. And she takes over, and then the blue Cobra Commander is like, I learned that I shouldn't have tried to take over the universe all along. And then also there's a part where, and I have to describe it as random like this because this is just how my brain took it in, because it was just chaos is the best word for it. The dialogue is there's literally a point where the one character's father dies, and the Vegeta character is like, I'm so sorry that I got your father killed. Oh no.
That's-
and it's just
That's such a great impression. That's exactly how it happened. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. And it's
Justin, have you seen this?
I've seen
Who, me?
bits of it. Yeah, I've
Oh,
seen
have
No,
you?
Justin. Sorry.
not the whole thing. I watched because
I kept as I was watching it, I kept sending him bits and pieces of it because I was just like, what?
Yeah.
Just
So my question for Justin, is it similar to the delivery of the English dialogue in Godzilla versus King Ghidorah?
Yes. In
Of
fact,
the American
it is. Yes.
actors that are speaking
Yes.
English in no way,
Yes.
shape, or form. That
Absolutely, that's
Yeah.
what it is. Yes. That's actually a thing I discovered in those Godzilla movies
just
where
no acting whatsoever.
No,
None.
well, where
This-
they're saying English, but it's like this must be what it feels like when somebody from another language hears them speak another language in an American movie. Because I was like, it's English, but not really. Like I don't
like
know.
it's so broken.
Well,
Yeah.
no, but here the thing that trips me up about that is they are American actors because their accents are correct,
Yeah.
but they're speaking English in a way. It's like William Shatner would raise an eyebrow to this delivery.
Legit. There's moments where you're like, it's just the cadence. You're like, it's like the uncanny valley, or I don't know what it is, but you're like, this is wrong. I don't know how to
Yeah.
describe this, but it's
People
yes.
don't talk this way.
People don't
Well,
talk
so-
this way.
In terms of this one, the best way that I can kind of attribute it as well is like, you know, when you see on YouTube, you see like they have people who dub over like the old Spider-Man ones, but it's like you've put the talk like the talkie parts together, and it sounds weird, and like there's just that part of your brain where it's like this is not how people talk. That's what this was, except it was an entire movie, and there's also just parts where it's like they say things that are just strange. Like there's a part in the beginning of the movie where this kid and his sister are tickling each other, and just it's weird, and what they're saying is weird.
Yeah,
and
it's like, a lot like no
like,
touch, please. No touch,
like-
please.
like-
Stop.
like what? Like
It's weird.
no.
Don't like this. Don't brother and sister shouldn't hold each other like that. That's weird.
Like,
So
it's-
So it's the big green dub. Let that child
Yes,
alone.
that's what the dialogue is like. It's like the big green dub. That is actually a great comparison. That is what yes, that's exactly what it's like.
and so it's hilarious with how bad it is.
But it's hard to
It's
follow.
kind of, but it's hard to follow. So I had to watch it twice because the version that I had, for one thing, the video quality just wasn't very good. So it's like they're already speaking badly, and my audio quality is not great to boot. So it's like I was like, did what? Sorry, what?
I should have sent it to you.
Oh, yeah, that probably
I-
would have helped.
You should have asked me. I could have ripped it and sent it to you. I own
Oh,
the
wow.
DVD.
Oh,
I
you actually
found it
own the
in the-
DVD. Oh.
So I first heard about it from Masako X,
Really?
who did a review of it. Like this is like way like inception of YouTube times. And because none of his videos exist anymore. And then we were randomly at a Dollarama in the middle of nowhere in Ontario, and what was in their DVD bin but
No.
Protectors of Universe.
Protectors of Universe.
incredible.
That's amazing.
For, like, $1. And I looked at Matthias and he looked at me and I was like,
We made this movie.
we kind of have to buy it. Like this is
Incredible.
never gonna happen again.
We'll never
yeah,
find
it's-
it again.
So this becomes a game of Haley. Do you have questions, Haley? Do you have any questions about what you just heard, what you've just experienced?
No,
No?
I don't even know where to begin with questions. But I
That's
just
It's like
Completely-
I have too many questions.
That's completely reasonable. Completely reasonable.
Hey, to be fair, I watched it and I still have questions. So
That is a reason. So Haley, I
The
guess
first
that,
of which being why.
you know what? We'll start with Jake. Jake,
that was one of my questions. That was
Jake.
exactly one of my questions.
Jake, yes or no?
That's a hard no.
A hard no. Oh
That's a
no.
hard no.
Hard no. Haley, yes or no?
No.
No. Oh no.
1,000% no,
Oh, no.
dog.
I, you know what? I'm gonna say yes. I'm going yes.
Oh,
I'm going
dang.
yes. I'm going yes.
Well, Justin does like his silly,
I like my
especially his
silly.
unintentional silly.
I'm guessing since you bought it for $1, Allie, that's probably it's gonna be a yes.
I own the DVD, so I have to say
You
yes.
have
Like
to, you have to
it's
say yes.
I have to say yes. It and also like it holds a nostalgia factor for me now.
That's
Yeah.
completely.
And-
I understand.
and-
That's fair.
exactly what you mean.
Yeah, and also just it's just so bad. You have to appreciate
Okay.
how terrible like Like, the level of bad is so bad. I feel like that actually takes some level of talent to be that terrible.
So
Like that took
It-
guts. That
that's-
took
it-
guts to look at the
Not
finished
just
product and go.
guts, not just
It's
guts,
ready.
but like if I were to try to voice act that terribly, I don't know if I could succeed because it's that bad.
It's true. Like, I think
Okay.
I'd have to try to be as bad as they are.
I would
don't
have
think
to
I could.
literally
you would.
try so hard to talk
and you couldn't replicate
completely
it.
monotone the
to-
whole time and
to
not
talk like this. the
not like
entire
like a
time.
robot and
Sounds like
not
you're
yeah
recording in a cupboard.
sounds
Do
yeah
they all
It's-
do they all sound
No-
like
no
California surfer guys
inflection.
though?
No, some of them have like
No
Korean
inflection.
accents. It's really funny.
No, that was the thing that always got me about like anime that was produced in the 80s and early 90s and then was brought over here in like the early to mid 90s was at least every guy character sounded like a surfer.
Mm,
They all
no.
talk
In
like
this,
this.
in this one, they sound like
Or the
robots,
Brooklyn
so-
accent.
Or the
It was
Brooklyn
that or the
accent,
Brooklyn
Or the
accent.
Brooklyn accent.
No, my favorite, which I love this series, and I hear it's getting. Oh no, I don't hear. I know it's getting redone. It may have already been released, but Ronin Warriors, which this is. I watched this before I knew what anime was. It was another cartoon to me, but they all sound like they're from like Southern California.
That's so funny.
They're all like, "We've got to fight the evil."
That's probably because they were.
I mean,
So-
to be fair, yeah, that's probably true.
So to wrap up Protectors of Universe, I suppose my final words would have to be: if you want to watch a train crash or like a car crash, like a really enjoyable one that you just can't take your eyes off that because you're like, man, this is gnarly with how bad. Then this is really the thing to tune into. This is the one.
This anime, gnarly.
Gnarly. So, okay, so I had a different plan, and you guys talking about this wonderfully terrible animated movie has now made me change my plan. So my next one. Okay, here's the pitch. Okay, here's the pitch for you. Let me suggest to you an animated film about the life of Christopher Columbus, where he has an animated termite who sings songs and is played by Corey Haim.
Oh, we
And
just got baddies.
they travel to the new world where they run into an evil swarm of insects, and the termite falls in love with a magical fire sprite, and it's called The Magic Voyage. I don't think I'm going to find a trailer for this, but we'll see.
It's
It would have
it's so
existed on old VHS tapes, which is how I heard about it in the first place.
Yep, that's
'Cause
how
yes,
I've seen
Justin,
it.
I have seen this movie, and I wish I hadn't.
It's terrible.
It's
so
so
bad.
bad. It's so bad. It's absurd on its face because fun fact about this film, and I say film very loosely, it's a collection of animation cells with mediocre
Dom
voice
DeLuise.
in this telling of the life and times of Christopher Columbus, Columbus believes that the world is in fact
Cube.
a cube, even though the film says that he believes the world is square, and then it fades and shows a cube globe. So,
Yeah.
the script doesn't even know what its shapes are, but he discovers that the world is round because his termite friend eats the corners off of this
Because the termite friend
cube,
knows that the world is round for some reason.
but it's still not round.
It's still not round.
It's just a cube with no corners.
My favorite bit.
That's a trapezoid. That's not a globe.
There's the bit at the
Still a
beginning
different shape.
where we're first introduced to the termite, where he comes in, he sings a little song that's musically incoherent because it just randomly has a key change within the first 10 seconds, and you're like, what? There's a key change here? What is happening? And my favorite bit is where he starts to sing the song, and he walks into a little cup or whatever, and you're like, whoops, and he walks back out again. He starts to sing the song again. It's the dumbest thing.
Or there's the part where they're in the dream sequence and he's like, no, don't go, come back, no.
Yeah,
in that
there's
monotone voice.
There's multiple bits where it's clear that there was no dialogue in the original German version
His
of
mouth doesn't move.
because his mouth isn't moving, and Americans think kids are dumb. So he's like, oh, it's a dream. I'm having a dream, everybody. Oh, she's going away. It's so bad. It's horrendous.
So did you watch the second English dub or the original English dub?
Second English dub. There's two. Yeah, there is two
Okay.
English dubs. Yeah, there's the second English dub has Corey Haim as the little termite. It's got Dom DeLuise, and I think they're the most famous people in it. And it's very funny because there's several moments where they were clearly just told to ad lib over top of footage. There's multiple points where. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, this movie is literally like, if you were to ask early, not even AI today, like early ChatGPT-1 AI, hey, make me a ripoff of a Disney movie about Christopher Columbus. This is pretty close to what it would turn out for you. Just elements that make no sense. See the cube globe.
My favorite bit is the end where he becomes friends with the natives, and I'm like, this feels inaccurate.
Yeah, but as we talked about in Pocahontas, this is fictional.
I know, but it's really
Right.
funny. He shows up looking for gold. The plot of it is there's the king of Italy, no, Spain, the king of Spain, who's got his
Spain.
little sidekick character who looks problematic. I don't know how else to describe it other than it looks problematic. Anyway,
Not inaccurate.
he's traveling to the New World to get gold, and the native people just give him gold at the end. Like, you've done such a good job, here's the gold. And he's like, yay!
Well, not Columbus did bring back gold, but there is a historical hint of truth to that. Cortez was actually given gold that he asked for, so it's happened after a lot of
You
a lot
know?
of bad
Bad
things, but
stuff.
Columbus did bring gold back with him, so that is the thing that happened. However, um,
I mean, he also
but
got
we
smallpox,
touched
you
on
know?
we touched unintentionally, but we touch on this with Pocahontas too, where it's like just the idea of a line of settlers showing up and then being like, "We don't want to fight," it's like,
Yeah, no.
really?
No, that's
I feel like even just by virtue of walking that
No.
far, they'd be like, "Nah, I've walked like 10 miles. I'm shooting something."
right. Like, I've been on a boat for weeks. I'm on my trigger finger is itchy as.
But it's Disney, so they can't.
This
really
was
do
not
that.
Disney. No, this is not Disney. This was
No, this was
No,
not.
I meant for Pocahontas.
Yeah, Pocahontas.
Pocahontas
was
is Disney. Yeah, it's Disney. They get away.
Hey,
with it
somebody
because Disney.
did still get shot, to be fair.
It's true.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah, no, they beat the. I always love these movies that are based on history, where it's like, and then there was magic. There's a magic girl who disappears
magic-
for 2/3
There's
of the movie.
And the magic angry cloud. I mean, fireflies? What are they again?
They're
Bugs?
magic. They're the swarm. They're the swarm is how they're described. My
I just
favorite part
remember
is
them
when
being like a cloud.
I came out and
The
Jordan.
funny thing is I remember liking this movie as a kid. I remember watching it
loving
quite
this
a
movie
bit.
as a kid.
Oh,
But
this
as
was
an,
the
as
Once
an
Upon a Forest effect, huh?
Yeah, absolutely was.
Yeah.
I remember. I remember this. I remembered it being more akin to like a jaunty adventure movie, akin to like a Road to El Dorado or like a Jordan made a good comparison. Where it's like I can't remember what movie he said it was like, but it reminded me of like a mid '90s buddy kind of comedy animated movie. And then I was like, I started to watch it while I was editing videos, and it got to the point where the termites started to sing, and I was like, oh, it's a musical. It's a musical too. Oh, okay, that's also it. All right, and then yeah, I had to go. I have to come back to this. I have to give this my full attention. And yeah, the funniest bit was how much of it Jordan remembered. When I started to describe him, it's yeah, he's like, and then he's like, and then he like the vocal inflection of everything. For me, it was the fact that Corey Haim was in it that made me laugh. I was like, Dom DeLuise, I believe that guy would do anything, but Corey Haim, what are you doing in this?
Paycheck?
Paycheck, yeah, the paycheck.
Paycheck. Definitely
God, that
paycheck.
must have been the paycheck. So yeah, I think that's it. That's all I got. So we're gonna go down the line. Haley, yes or no?
No.
No. What? This animated
Instant no.
delight doesn't sound
Instant no.
doesn't
Instant
sound
no.
good to you? What are you
No.
Jake?
It
Yes,
sounds like a fever dream.
it is a fever dream. Jake,
It is a fever
that is an
dream.
accurate description. It's on YouTube for free, by
yeah.
the way.
Yes, I
course
have
it
seen
is.
it. Yes, I have seen it, but I also now want to watch the original German, Die Abenteuer von Pico und Columbus.
Someone comment. I did a video about it. Oh, I posted a clip of it on TikTok, and one of the comments was like, "I love my Pico." So some people have nostalgia for this somewhere buried deep in their soul. I think that's the
I'm
only reason why I'm
curious-
tolerant of it.
Yeah, I'm curious to see though, because the original German may actually be a bit more coherent.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Huh?
Well, there's scenes where, like I say, where Christopher Columbus is not saying anything, and it's very evident that they just told Dom DeLuise to ad lib over top of footage, and it's really lazy and it's really terrible. Like there's moments where there's multiple songs in this movie where you could tell there wasn't songs. Like Columbus has
yeah.
a really long song where it's like this was probably like a minute long. So you're right. I would be interested in seeing the original German version of this if I could find it. Be interesting to see if you can even find it on the internet. So
I mean, when you sail the seven seas, you can find anything.
Godzilla taught me that you'd be surprised how difficult it is to find some things on the seven seas. Certainly,
Internet Archive, baby.
that's been my best friend.
Yeah,
past
that's
few
been
weeks.
useful.
Jordan, yes or no?
Um, yes, I've seen the second English version, the one that you watched. Uh, I'd be also be interested in watching either the original German version or the you said there was another English version.
There is, yeah.
I'd be interested in watching that
Yeah, maybe
too.
that one's better. Maybe it's better than the Don Dover's one.
Just to see how like what's different about it.
Yeah, because apparently the original English one was done by the same German company, Atlas.
Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting.
Interesting.
I
Yeah.
did not know that.
And then they did a second re-release of it with the more popular voice acting cast.
Oh.
Interesting.
Because yeah, we
Interesting.
used to own this on VHS at some point, somewhere in our lives. I remember the cover, the VHS cover. So, Allie, I could see you putting on a jacket. So I'm taking that you're about to leave us. Yes or no on the magical voyage?
I'm gonna say a no, specifically because I cannot agree to anything that involves Christopher Columbus.
I had a feeling you'd say
That's
that.
fair.
That's completely fair. That my friends did the same
Oh, I guess
thing.
I'm being forced to drive, so
Okay.
I am gonna have to go.
That's all good.
Okay.
That's fair.
We thank you for hanging out as long as you could.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Have fun.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.
She's funny. That's Allie. Go check Allie Literature and Lingerie. She's got all kinds of stuff. She's got to take her child to places. I agree with her. My friends, when I said it involved Christopher Columbus, they both went yuck immediately. So
I get it.
I definitely get it. Moving along into our next, Jordan. What is your next thing? Or Jordan, do you want to do hot sauce now, or do you want to wait till the end to do hot sauce?
It's up to you. It's your call.
Alright.
I still have like 4 movies to talk about, so if you want to make it more difficult, we can do it now. If you want to make it less difficult, we could do it later. I'm gonna leave that ball in your court.
We'll do it later.
So the next one that I have is one that I guarantee you guys have both heard of. The challenge will be how much of it do you remember, because I watched it this week and it's already fading. And that's Fantasia. The original Fantasia, not Fantasia 2000. This movie, I can appreciate it for what it did. It's just a lot of music and a lot of animation to music. There's 2 parts of it which everybody thinks of when they think of Fantasia. Justin, do you know what those are?
Well, no, I'm gonna change this a bit. I'm gonna say, can you guys say one segment from Fantasia that isn't the Sorcerer's Apprentice or Chernobog? I'm gonna take away Chernobog too.
I don't know what they're called, but I can describe them.
All right.
What about
Unless Haley's got one by name.
I can't think of it by name, but the part with the ballet hippos and crocodiles.
I think Hippos and Crocodiles is 2000, but I'll give it to you.
Nope, that's in the original.
Is that the
No,
original?
no, that's in this one. I'm
That's in
just
this
looking
one?
up to see which
Yeah, it's in
part
this
that
one.
was.
Never mind, I'm wrong. Then yes, you nailed one, Jake. What about you got one?
This is actually really cool historically speaking, because this segment was animated and released before the prevailing theory of the extinction of dinosaurs that we have now, that being of the meteorite.
Yes.
So you get to see the extinction of the dinosaurs of the prevailing theory at that time, which was basically climate change.
Yeah.
It's a very sad. It's a very, very sad. And then you also have the segment of, I always forget his name, but he's like the Greek god of wine.
Dionysus.
Oh,
They have a
Dionysus.
Dionysus. Yes. You have a fun little stretch
Um,
with him.
So the part with the hippo and and her servants, including a bubble blowing elephant troop, and Ben Alligator, is Dance of the Hours.
Into the hours,
Um,
that's what it is.
And then the one with the Bacchus, the god of wine, and all of that, the Vulcan and the Greek gods and Zeus, is the Pastoral Symphony by Ludwig van Beethoven.
My favorite bit is how the guy tells you, like, other than leave it up for audience interpretation, the conductor tells you exactly what is going to happen in every single segment, so you're not left confused. It's great.
I mean, I have to be honest. It was it's like two hours or something long, and yeah, it feels long. Um, so like it's one of those things where I appreciate it for what it did and for its beauty and
Mm.
stuff, but uh I it, it's I can't figure out because like it's got the Mickey Mouse part on it, which kind of makes you think that it's for kids, but I would not really say that this is for kids. And so
Especially the
then when I
Chernobog part. Chernobog
yeah,
part
like
would scare
No.
kids.
that part yeah.
Well, as we
And
already discussed, if a children's film is not traumatizing you in some way, it's not doing its
It's
job.
not doing its
I
job.
mean
Yeah,
that's true.
My favorite
that's
bit is
actually
This is this
100%
is
true.
I was gonna say this is pre-90s. However,
yeah.
it still stands.
Um,
Fox and the Hound was pre-90s as well, and that'll
that's
That was
just fuck you
fine.
right up.
very true.
Hunchback of Notre Dame and Fox and the Hound both traumatized me.
That's completely
Oh,
valid.
Hunchback
Totally
traumatized
valid.
me as a kid. I
But
still to this
Hunchback is
day.
so good, though.
Oh,
It
for me
is.
it's the
It's so good.
it is, and I appreciate it as an adult, but there is still a scene that I have to skip past because it makes my stomach it does that squishy, twisty feeling in my stomach that I hate, which is the one where it's right after the Festival of Fools where they've tied the hunchback down and they're
Mhm.
pelting him with the vegetables and ugh, I hate that
That makes
scene.
me queasy. And the uh Judge Frollo sniffing Esmeralda's hair, like,
Oh, yeah.
oh,
Ugh.
Um, my
He's yeah.
my favorite
But
Oh,
part
you're
of
say what you would
supposed to
say.
go.
Yeah, say that's where I can I appreciate that for it's like it makes me uncomfortable, but that's what it's supposed to do, so it's doing its
mm,
job very well.
my favorite bit of that is the bit where Mickey comes out and he tugs on the conductor's uh, pants and he goes, I'm gonna leave now. And the conductor turns to the audience. He goes, sit the fuck back down. We know
You
that
think just
Mickey's
because
going. You think you could just take
because
off?
the mouse is going?
You think just
can
because the
leave?
mouse
No,
is
you
gone,
sit
you
your
get
ass
to
down.
leave? Sit your ass back down. We got another hour of this program to get through. Come on.
You're
And you're
not
gonna like
going
it. Let's watch some
anywhere.
critters die.
Right? You're gonna like it. I my favorite bit is just how they need you to know that Walt Disney is responsible for this, even though I doubt he animated a frame of that movie. Like,
No, but he very much, which I mean, it's his studio, so nobody was going to tell him no, but he was the driving force. He's like, no, see, you guys don't understand. People are going to love it because there's no narrative at all.
yeah, no, he
It's
loved it.
just music.
He loved Fenty. This is like his third movie, and it's his pet project. Like he loves this
Yeah,
movie.
and then the smoke
which
cleared, and he was like, "I've made a terrible mistake. Let's make another one."
what
Now,
what?
now, see, if in the 40s or whatever, because I know back in the 40s, a lot of these things went directly to theater, and it was more of like a show, right? So
Yeah,
if they,
Fantasia. Yeah, Fantasia's a
yeah,
piece of art. It's not
Yeah,
entertainment.
but what I was gonna say is like if they were to do, which I don't know if they did this back then, but if they were to do it where they cut out the parts where it's the like the orchestra people doing their stuff, and they just have the animation, and you were to go in and you have that orchestra there in person, and I was
mm,
watching that like in that way, I think it would be way more impactful to me, and it would make it way more of an experience than like watching it at home on theater on Disney Plus, where I'm just essentially I
Yeah,
have music playing in the background while I'm
yeah.
doing something else.
I think they do that every now and again. Do they not?
I'm
I
not
don't think
sure.
so.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think.
they've
Um,
done it before. I don't know that they've done it recently, but
but
Go on,
think
Haley.
about this. But think about this though. If we didn't have Fantasia, we wouldn't have like the Fantasia golf course at Disney World.
That's a valid point. We
No,
wouldn't.
I mean that's
silver
fair.
lining.
That's a valid point.
There's a
Also,
Fantasia golf course at Disney
Yeah, there
World.
is. Oh my God, I'll send you the. I'll
That
send you
sounds
it.
incredible.
That sounds incredible.
I
that's
will
that's
send you
awesome.
I will send you a video
That
of
sounds
all the
way
So, like, if
courses.
you get a hole in one, does it just go into like?
Well, each hole is designed a part of Fantasia.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
so there
pretty
would
cool.
definitely be
So
a
so
night on Bald Mountain one.
there's the one that's the Mickey one, and it's significantly
Mm,
better than the rest of them. Then,
yeah.
right?
So
That's how it
And the
works.
hazard is it just floods. The longer you wait to putt, it
the
floods.
the last hole is the Fantasia one. Is the Mickey
The
sorcerer one where he's on the Blue
ah,
Mountain.
That's
And
wicked.
then the brooms are right here, but you have to put the ball like put the ball through, and then you have to run, and like the water pours and it almost splashes you
Oh,
as
that's
you're
cool.
running
That's
through.
really cool.
Yeah.
That's
That
really
sounds like a
cool.
lot of fun. I mean, I've definitely there. I mean, specifically, yeah, Night on Bald Mountain and The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Those two parts of this, I've definitely seen their influence in other Disney things. It's just all the other stuff that I'm like,
Fun fact
not so
about
much.
the Sorcerer
Well,
Mickey.
for
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say for a minute there, Sorcerer Mickey was the mascot
He was, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
he
for
was in the
quite a
logo.
long while.
Yeah. My first experience of this was I remember seeing it in the VHS of it on a shelf and like taking it off and putting it in and then watching it for 30 minutes and being like, "What is this?" and then being upset I didn't see Mickey immediately.
Where's Mickey and why
Where
does
is
it take?
Mickey and why is he not showing up in this movie?
I did time it. It takes about 30 minutes until Mickey shows
Pretty
up,
much,
which,
yeah, exactly 30
considering he's
minutes.
on the front cover as a kid, definitely irritated me, or would have
Right.
irritated me.
But no, yeah, Walt Disney, he wanted to release one of these like every 20 years or something, which is why Fantasia 2000 exists. Like he wanted to keep releasing this because he was like, there's all sorts of. I remember reading about this because the first time I watched it, I hated it. And I remember just he thought that there was such reusability with this concept and this idea. And yeah, if you toured it and you did it with like a live audience,
A live
and you just
audience and a live
or
stage.
a live orchestra, and you had animation, yeah, I think it would be a much less boring experience. It'd be much more.
I
engaging.
certainly think it's a product of its time insofar of the fact that you really couldn't release one of these nowadays other than on streaming. Like you couldn't. This would never go to theaters. It wouldn't.
No.
It just.
No.
It's yeah.
Disney would not dare
so-
waste money on this in theaters.
Say what you will
Well,
about
no,
it.
you could do it. You would have to again, you'd have to release it as an art house piece and convince people. Like Disney could do it, but they won't because Disney doesn't have anybody that's smart working there right now, at least not in their marketing departments. But you would because here's the thing about people that have too much money. If you tell them something is artistic and that if you don't go see it, you're uncultured, they will show up in droves and shell out
Also-
$60.
I mean,
Not-
you're
They'll shell
not
out
wrong.
$60 a pop to
Yeah.
get in there and be like,
Not
"Oh my
wrong.
God, we saw Fantasia," and I
Oh
must say,
my.
its influence of the Neapolitan music scene, and like it could literally be just six different
Not
interpretations of the same
accurate.
EDM beat, and they'd be like, "It's culturally relevant, I tell you, absolutely relevant."
Especially if you were to release it today and you were to tie it to the original, be like, it's a recreation of the ultimate artistry that was a piece of cinema from the 1960s.
But now it has reggaeton and Bad Bunny.
And this time we didn't have to pay anyone because we had our AI make it for us.
Yes.
Yes,
Money.
yes, yes.
Money fight.
Money.
Money.
Money, yeah, money fight.
So I guess that leaves but one question. Haley, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. I'm gonna say yes. I have to say yes. Jake, yes or no?
Passionate, yes. I think you have to watch Fantasia at least once.
To realize that it sucks.
Yeah.
I get it. No, I'm kidding. That's a
But
joke.
the thing is, it doesn't.
I'm about to fight you.
But no, but here's the thing: it doesn't suck. It sucks as a movie.
Yes.
But as a piece of
Yeah.
art, it very
Yeah.
much stands tall. I think
Yeah.
that's the distinct, and that's the problem. Because even when we were kids, people were like, "We're gonna watch Fantasia," and we're like, "Cool, Mickey." And then just like you said, we're like, "Where's
Where's the
Mickey?"
Mickey?
All I
Where's
see is
the
a bunch
mouse?
of where's the mouse? I don't. Why is nobody talking? This doesn't
See a
make
bunch
any
of
sense.
Scientifically inaccurate dinosaurs. What's going on?
In Disneyland's World of Color, they use like the flower scene with like the
hmm
Yeah.
they use that scene from Fantasia.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you're not
they
wrong.
have
That's true.
they have from the Sugar Plum Fairy from the
Yeah.
Nutcracker. That's another one they do.
Yeah, that's where you discover that piece of music is an eternity
It's
long.
really long.
It's really, really
Oh,
long.
Justin, and that's only part of it.
Yeah, it's long.
That's not even the whole thing.
very long. I was like, whoa, this is like 5 minutes. But like, yeah, I mean, where was I going with this? I was my train.
I don't know.
Watch
Well,
Fantasia.
Watch Fantasia. Oh, that was it.
At least
Um,
once.
At least once. That was my question. This the only reason why I watched this recently was it was on that list of top 100 movies of all time, and you hit on something I want to touch on before we move on, which is just it's not a movie, it's a series of music videos. Why is it on the list of top 100 movies of all time? That offended me. I don't know why.
Technically a musical anthology.
I wouldn't call it a
Yeah.
movie other than it's a.
I was going to say, still not a movie.
It's
No, it's
series
not a
of-
But
movie.
it technically goes through a lot of like bunch of anthologies.
Like, would you call like This Is It, the Michael Jackson? Would you call that a movie?
Yes.
No.
Me and Jordan,
I've never seen it, so
me and
no,
Jordan have this argument all
but-
the time: is Jackass a movie? No.
Yeah, because it's stupid. So
It's
no.
a really long episode of Jackass.
It's a very
Yeah.
long episode of
really
Jackass.
too
It is
long.
stupid. So
episode.
Jordan always
doesn't-
says
it
it's not a
doesn't
movie.
It's not a movie.
And I'm like, by the
It's
like
not.
Bad Grandpa is a movie, even though that's a character from Jackass. That has a narrative. It has a story, and it follows through on the story. The Jackass movies themselves are just a collection of things that a group of idiots have done and put into a long form content. It's a that is a long form YouTube video, not a movie.
You know, I've never
A
seen
group
Bad
of
Grandpa.
hilarious idiots.
They're hilarious.
I mean,
Never get,
yeah.
never get
I've
tired
never
of
seen
watching.
Bad Grandpa.
Hey,
I've only
that-
seen Bad
I haven't
Moms.
either.
Bad Moms is also good.
I think I watched it once, and it was a long time
Me and
ago.
Jordan watched that. We watched a lot of movies in theaters that in order to avoid problems from home. So I think that was one of those ones we watched to avoid problems at home.
Yeah. Anyways,
That was a
that's
joke.
not fun.
That's not
Let's
fun.
not talk. Let's not
Um,
talk about that.
Moving right along.
History. Who wants to talk about history?
Moving right along. This next one was one for Jake, because
God.
because I knew that he had seen it, and he keeps recommending it on Toon Talk. So I was like, you know
Oh,
what?
okay.
I need movies. This is okay. Let me set the scene for you guys. What if we did a creepy boy movie, a school shooter movie, where the school shooter creepy boy was Superman?
Hmm.
What if
Okay.
Superman did really graphic murders, like shockingly graphic murders,
Horrendously graphic.
horrid graphic? What if we talked about Brightburn? Now I know Jake's seen Brightburn.
Right.
Haley has obviously never seen Brightburn. Jordan,
Go on.
Jordan, I keep trying to convince Jordan to watch Brightburn. So sorry, Haley, this is more for Jordan. Jordan, you need to watch Brightburn because Brightburn is so good. It's written by
So good.
It's written by James Gunn's brothers, produced by James Gunn. And the thing you have to remember about that movie is it came out around Man of Steel, and so the idea of evil Superman
Okay.
was still novel. It wasn't
It's
overdone.
not. It's not overdone yet.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not just Homelander.
Yes, and it's so no,
Correct.
it's not just Homelander. No,
Okay.
It's worse than Homelander.
It's-
In some more. I'm not going to say that. Homelander's evil by intention. Brightburn is evil in nature,
yes,
if that makes sense.
Interesting.
Which makes it scarier.
Okay.
yeah, it's what
Because Homelander could theoretically just decide, you know what, I'm actually going to start being a good guy. In the Brightburn universe, it's not going to happen because there are reasons.
yeah
Interesting.
So he's from a planet where instead of them being like theoretically altruistic like the Kryptons are, they're like a hive mind. It's sort of unclear, but they're sort of, they describe them as being like wasps, like they invade, plant their children and then invade.
Kind of like the Viltrumites.
Yes, actually, kind of like the Viltrumites.
Kind of,
yeah.
but again, it's more of their nature rather than. Although I guess it is kind of Viltrumite nature, but it's more primal than that.
But my
Interesting.
my
Okay.
one
Okay.
thing, look, you do this long enough, you start to. I could see what was definitely a different version of this script when I was watching it, where I was like, this seems like at one point it was about school shooters, because early on they're doing a lot of like he's repressed and like he's awkward, and once he reminded me a lot of, if you've seen Chronicle, if you've seen Chronicle, which is another what if a school shooter got superpowers movie, but where it's like, yeah, that's what they seemed like at one point he was maybe going to be older, like they because the notion of he goes through this in puberty and like he's a kind of a repressed kid who has gotten power and is misusing it, kind of conflict with each other for me a bit, if that makes sense. But it's brutal.
It starts getting really scary once he kind of pieces together what's going on, and then just goes, "Fuck it."
Yeah, pretty much. Him and the uncle. They were the one point. his aunt. They try to lampshade it by having her say it, but his aunt is doing because sorry, I'm gonna go back. He turns 13, discovers he has Superman powers, and that he is from a species of planet people that instead of being good guys, they're bad guys, and he has a crush on a young girl in his class, and she rejects him, and he crushes her hand during a trust exercise, and his mom like freaks out.
Sounds like she shouldn't have trusted him.
She was
forced to trust him by the teacher. So there's
So
also a commentary
she
on
didn't
modern
trust
education.
Yeah, a little bit. Where it's like, oh, everyone's like, there's something clearly wrong with this kid, and that's where I'm like, yeah, it does to me. It does kind of give me a school shooter vibe, where they keep being like, oh, there's something wrong with this kid. They're like, nah, he's fine. It's just
different.
He's just different.
Sensitive.
He's just sensitive. Yeah, exactly. And I enjoy.
Ends up biting her in the end.
Right. Well, I enjoyed that there is nothing redeemable about this kid. Like they hint, not to spoil the ending, but they hint that there might be, and there isn't. And he's
just bad.
He's just bad. He's just brutal, and he's just bad.
He's so bad. He's good at being bad, which makes him good.
One moment, gentlemen. I shall return momentarily.
There's a point where he shows up at the girl's place, the young girl's place, to confront her, and he ends up going to the mom. Her mom is a waitress at a local restaurant. He goes there and attacks her. Yeah, like under a different context, where like you're standing there and Superman just appears. It's fucking scary. Like Superman.
The sound design in that movie is
phenomenal.
Top notch.
It's phenomenal.
And so, sorry, is this animated or is this live action?
This is live action.
Live action? Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it's got stars Elizabeth Banks and the only guy. I think the dad is from Peacemaker. He's the guy who goes, "One got out." That's if you've seen. Peacemaker.
Isn't he also the guy from the? He was. Oh God.
Oh
this
yeah,
is
I know.
Dating
He's
me.
Roy on The Office, right?
Yeah, Roy. Yeah. Ham's first boyfriend.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, this movie's weird. It's got a lot of comedy people in it.
That's a character I actually know.
Because it's also got the uncle is Skunk Brandon from Breaking Bad.
Mm-hmm.
Badger, not Skunk. Badger.
Badger.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, he's Badger from Breaking Bad. And so
it's just so weird.
It's really well when he gets it. It's weird. So he kills the girl's mom in a scene that's like brutal, and in a bit that I actually appreciated, the cops immediately suspect him because he's weird. Like there wasn't like a moment of like where he immediately acts suspicious, and they're immediately like, yeah, no, something's up. There's too many. Like I appreciate in a movie where people don't ignore red flags. Like they're like, no, this is weird. Your alibi's not
There's just
lining
nothing
up,
they can do about it,
right?
Red flag, get your red flags.
Oh God, the shot though of the glass in the eyes.
Oh, like her pulling it out, like and so he shows up at the so in a bit that in my opinion is unethical, but the movie points out that it's unethical because he broke the girl's hand. They have the aunt who is also the counselor doing an evaluation on him for reasons that I don't fully... in order to give a report to the sheriff to determine whether or not he is dangerous. And so he shows up at her place in the middle of the night and is like, yeah, you probably shouldn't do that. He's like, no, I'm going to do that. He's like, no, I'm going to just go ahead and suggest that you don't do that. And you think that he's going to kill her. And he actually goes after the uncle who is leaving the bar with the dad he's been drinking. And he like lifts up the truck and drops it, and the uncle smashes his face into the steering wheel. Like, poof! He crushes his skull in, and it is brutal.
It's gnarly.
It is gnarly. Like if you like bloody, gory horror movies, this is definitely in it. Yeah, Elizabeth Banks is really good. There's a bit at the end where she's trying to bring him back off the edge, where he freaks out and drops her. That's just, again, so good. Really,
spoiler alert. The main reason I love this movie is because generally speaking, when it comes to horror movies, they don't typically scare me because there's normally a way out. Like you're either dealing
Mhm.
with a normal person and people are just being dumb, or there's always some kind of weakness. But, and I won't spoil it completely for you, but this character does have a weakness. The problem is that by the time the movie ends, the only person that knows about it is dead.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I mean,
fun.
I love the ending. I didn't recognize him the first time I watched it, but I love the ending with what's his face, Yondu, Michael Rooker, with Michael Rooker as like Alex Jones style shock jock radio host, being like, "There's a Justice League of evil things out there," and it's all just toward demented version. So there's like a fish guy, who half fish man who's Aquaman, and there's basically she tortures people with ropes. That's basically Wonder Woman. But like, yeah, I would love. I mean, I was reading about this. There's probably never going to be a sequel because of the company that owns the rights to it. But like, I would totally either love to watch a sequel where I'm like, it's made by James Gunn. Let's have him fight David Cornsweet. Like, let's age him up to like be a young adult, and I would love to watch him fight David Cornsweet. Hell, let's just have adult Brightburn being Henry Cavill, and he can fight David Cornsweet. I think that would be badass. Or if you don't want to do that, that's totally fine. My pitch for an actual sequel is you have again, you age him up so he's a young adult, and you have him fight Brightburn's version of Lex Luthor, who's actually a good guy in this universe.
Well, this was supposed to be part of a wider universe.
Yeah.
It's in the same universe as the movie Super.
Oh yes, yes, yes. I did hear that.
Have you
Yeah.
seen it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to become a universe, as it were, but it didn't do as well as they wanted it
No,
to.
and he ended up going and working for actual DC. And yeah, I was reading like there's been multiple pitches for it, and I would love to watch a sequel where it's Lex Luthor versus Superman, but Lex Luthor's the good guy. Like I think that'd be kind of fun. That'd be kind of a fun twist on
I
it.
mean, that does exist in DC alternative canon, but yeah, I would have been
But it
interested
wouldn't
to
be
see.
violent. That'd be the difference.
This is true. I don't know. Red Sun got pretty violent,
That is true. That is true. I
but Lex
mean,
Luthor wasn't exactly a great guy in that one either. But anyway,
no, no, he's not the best guy. But yeah, I love Brightburn. I think it's underrated as like someone said it's like the best Superman at the time. They were saying like people were saying let James Gunn make Superman because if he makes Superman movies half as good as this movie, and then he did. Um,
it was exactly half as good as this
yeah,
movie.
yeah, I was like, oh yeah, yeah. No, yeah, it's good underrated movie. I already have a feeling I know what she's gonna say, but we're gonna ask anyway. Haley, yes or no? Yeah, I had a feeling you were gonna say no. I just had a feeling I'm like this is not in her wheelhouse.
No.
This is mostly just me, Jordan. Yes or no?
Just like a teller. No.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, see, yeah.
I'll probably
See,
end up watching.
I knew he'd say yes. I knew he'd say, and obviously Jake. That's a big old yes from Jake.
Oh, a huge yes.
Big
That's
old-
a that's
Big old yes.
that's a yes with a capital S right on the chest.
With a capital S right on the chest, with a creepy mask that is unsettling.
The mask is
The
unsettling.
mask is unsettling.
And then the scene where he's back at the house and he's just bolting through. That's another thing this movie does, is this time it gives you a sense of how fast and strong this kid actually is,
yes.
and it's terrifying.
Well, I mean,
Because when he shoots through the house, it sounds like a thunderbolt, and that's what it would sound like.
Yeah.
Because he's breaking the sound barrier as he's doing that, and the whole house shakes when he flies through. So it's like, yes, this would actually happen if the structure even stood up, which it probably wouldn't. But
and he's still young. He hasn't even fully discovered. Can you imagine a fully powered Brightburn? That would be gnarly. That's why I was so disappointed we never got to see a sequel to this, because I was like, I wanted them to do a flash forward where he's an adult now. That's what I wanted out of a sequel to this. Like I don't want teenage Brightburn. I want them to just do a hard time skip. Anyway,
yeah.
that's
I don't
Brightburn,
want him fumbling through his murderous rampages. I want him to know.
right? I don't want to see like a oh frick, what's his name? You know, like the really charming serial killers where they like
Dexter?
Ted Bundy. I don't want to see a young Ted Bundy Brightburn. You know, where he's young and charming and no, this fell apart immediately. Anyway, that's Brightburn.
I'm
Jordan,
gonna say I'm not sure where you're going there, but
Jordan. I think what we're
Move
gonna
on.
do. I think what I'm gonna do, Jordan, is while you do your initial thing, I'm gonna set up for the hot sauce, and then we will do the back half of this hot sauced up. because I think it'll be funny.
Okay.
I think it'll be funny. Jordan, entertain our guests and the audience while I do this.
So should I? Oh, he's gone. Okay, I guess I'll just talk about my next one then, which he already knows well, so I don't feel bad him missing this. My next one was so. Do either of you guys know the character Felix the Cat? Did you know there was a movie?
Yes.
I watched that movie. This is one that I grew up with, and I remember watching a lot as a young whippersnapper, renting from like Rogers Video and the other video rental stores that were near. And I don't actually remember watching or experiencing the character other than in this movie. So there's characters and things in it that I'm like, I'm sure these are references to characters that are from the show, but I don't actually remember the show or know if I even ever actually watched the show. So I can only judge them based on who they are in this movie. Oh, good. Okay. And yeah, in this movie, basically, there's another universe called Oriana, where there's the Duke who is taking over with his cubes and cylinders, the least threatening army that there ever was. Seriously, when you compare them to the what are they called, the Zolians or whatever, the weird half animal hybrid characters, those seem way scarier than the tubes and cylinders. I don't get it, but the princess has a magic tear which goes through the Demence Porter and goes to Felix the Cat's universe. Oh, here he comes. Goes. Okay. And he he ends up in their universe and helps her escape from the imprisonment that she is, and they end up going back to the land of Oriana, and they free everybody, and it's all a happily ever after. And the one thing that makes me continuously love this movie, even though it's really not very good, is the one song in it, which is the bad guy song, which is the Who is the Boss? Justin, I've been telling them about Felix the Cat because that was my next one.
It's a really underrated movie.
And
wait, have they seen Felix the Cat? I thought excellent. That's surprising.
Jake has, and I believe Haley has not. And I was saying how I actually don't think I've watched any of the actual show or read the comics or any of the other stuff.
There was a show in the 90s that came out around this time that I
have no memory of that, but I'll take your word for it. And the best part of this movie and the thing that I love is the song "Who is the Boss," because I still have that song on my playlist. And it's way better than it has any right to be.
It's true. That is
but
true. Especially the soundtrack version. The soundtrack version actually slaps. It's actually quite good.
It's actually quite good.
Some solid saxophone in there,
and some electric guitar.
Yeah,
and it's
for Haley. It's a solid animated flick from the 90s. It hasn't aged badly. Is the thing that constantly surprises me about that movie.
No, it's pretty good.
It looks good for a not Disney movie from the 1990s.
For a straight to VHS, like straight to DVD VHS.
Yeah, he's like Mickey.
Movie.
He's got a magic bag. He's fun. You'd enjoy that. It's definitely within your wheelhouse, I'd say.
Yeah, I think you would. Mickey, early Mickey, like Steamboat Willie Mickey, where he's mischievous.
Well, he's from that era, of like old school rubber hose kind of cartoons.
And it's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. So let's do it.
So Justin, you're gonna tell them what sauce we have?
We have to ask first. Regards to Felix the Cat, we have to ask Haley, yes or no. Still no. Oh, no. We're gonna get a yes out of Haley yet.
It's a shame.
No, you won't.
Jake, yes or no?
Yes, I have seen it, but it's been a while. But I did own this when I was very young and watched it a lot.
Same. Okay, so before we move on to my next thing, which is
Justin, yes or no?
Oh, for me, yes. Obviously, yes. I love this movie. It's a beloved childhood staple.
See, the name sounds familiar to me, but no, I haven't seen it.
I think you'd know Felix the Cat if you saw him.
Yeah, you would absolutely
Yeah.
know it if you saw it. But like the professor or whatever character, they're from that '90s show. That's where they come from. We were gonna do this at the end, but I've decided let chaos reign. Let's do this now. Me and Jordan, we hit 300 subscribers, and the Spur of the Moment podcast is about we make our promises and then we keep them. And we promised that we would we would eat some spicy ass hot sauce. So
Hold it against your white shirt.
I've
Might
got
show up better.
Melinda's ghost pepper hot sauce. 1 million Scovilles hot sauce. We were Boot Jolokia ghost pepper hot sauce. I was gonna do Carolina Reaper, but it was black cherry, and I just don't like black cherry. So I've given Jordan's got his little thing of nuggets there, with an absolute pool and a little bit on one, so he can, if he wants to go for a second one, very bravely. I'm gonna just take this and I'm just gonna pour the shit out of it, just like that. Just, oh my god, that's too much. That's entirely too much. Okay.
Too bad you gotta use it now.
You made your promise.
That's what it
Too
looks
bad.
like. Okay, here we go.
Too bad.
Oh no.
Here we go. Okay.
Best day
Okay.
of my life.
Okay. Yeah. No. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay.
Best day of my life.
Oh, here's the 300 warp. Oh, holy shit. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Just
Here we go.
going.
oh.
All right. No, this is cool. Oh, this is chill. This is totally chill. We're
So
chill.
Justin,
Yeah.
what's your next one?
My next one. Okay, here we go. Okay, my next one is. Oh god. Okay. Oh my god, I feel it in my eyes. Are my eyes sweating?
I
Okay.
feel it in my throat.
Okay, my lips, man. It's the lips. Hold on. Okay. My next one is a movie called The Princess and the Goblin. It's a Finnish movie. Based on a 1877 book, and I'm very happy Jake's heard of this. That's incredible. My friend suggested this to me. I'd never heard of this movie before.
I've not only heard of it, I've seen this so many times.
Excellent. I had to watch it twice because the first time I watched it, I went, wait, okay, I need to go back. The Google called it a musical adventure. I don't know that I would characterize it as a musical adventure. It's not really a musical. Charlie, I gotta eat this nugget plain. Oh, it's not really a musical. It's got one song. It's about a princess who meets a little boy in the forest who tells her about a bunch of goblins. And if she sings, the goblins, they don't like singing. And they sing the one song. And the goblins have an evil plan to flood the castle. And they don't like the people on the ground. And the main bad guy in this is really good. His name is Fish Lips, I think. And he is really, really good. He's really, really, I like his performance. I enjoy his little lisp. It was surprisingly good. It was surprisingly good. I was surprised by how much considering it's one of those European Disney knockoffs. It's a surprisingly well made European Disney knockoff. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? This was one of those ones where I didn't have a ton to say. Jake, tell the audience anything I may have missed about the Princess and the Goblin.
If you watch it now, I don't know that you'll see this, but if you watch the VHS version, it's actually conceptually it was actually really cool. So they got an actress to dress up with, I think it was her voice actress, to be fair, but they doll her up like her character. She's not a fairy godmother. What would she be? Her grandmother?
Oh, the grandmother.
Remember.
Yeah, the grandmother.
Yeah.
I forgot about the grandmother.
Well, they doll her up like the grandmother, and she talks about these phone cards that you can get. And the logic behind said phone is like, you have your parents call this number, and then we'll send you this card. And what it is, it's a phone card where if you're ever out and you're lost, you can use this phone card to make a phone call and call someone to help you.
Interesting.
Because this is well before cell phones, and kids don't always have, change to use a payphone or whatever. So
yeah.
this phone card would let you basically call toll free. And I thought that was really cool, but it was a little commercial before the movie actually started. Children love this movie. Adults scratch their heads at this movie.
I definitely scratched my head at it. Again, my favorite is the little boy who they got in the studio to sing the song clearly one time, and they just keep reusing the song over and over again. And it sounds good in the beginning, and then the more you hear it, the more you hear how flat the kid sounds, and you're like, oh no, this sounds bad. But like again, put it into its time. It's in the 90s. Disney's really hot at the moment. Everything wants to be Disney. It's doing an admirable job. It's better than the Christopher Columbus one. I think it's because I watched this immediately.
Yeah, but
following.
that's a pretty low bar. Let's be clear.
Some characters do things that make sense. Like there's a goblin character who wears rock shoes.
Yeah,
because goblins also don't like having their toes stepped on. That's how you defeat them.
Yeah,
but none of the goblins wear shoes. But you would think that word of singing at goblins makes them run away would spread around a little bit faster.
You would think. You would think. I was expecting.
But it's basically the labyrinth conceptually.
Oh, okay.
It rips off a few things. It's the labyrinth. She kind of just turns into Alice in Wonderland because she has got a little cat or a dog or whatever that leads her into Wonderland, which is the goblins' underground labyrinth or whatever. I love the goblins. The goblins themselves were really fun. Like I say, I love their his mother reminded me of the Goblin Queen from Troll in Central Park, or the Troll Queen from A Troll in Central Park. But I love Fish Lips. The dubbing in this was also kind of good. Like there were points where it was like, oh yeah, no, it's not like other ones like this where the dubbing is exceptionally terrible. Like I was kind of impressed by this. My friends recommended this to me, and I watched it and I went, this must have been a beloved childhood. Like some of these movies are like, let me guess, Jake, this was one of those you rented it from like your local video store a ton kind of. Yes. See, Haley, yep. I don't think Haley, did you have that experience with movies where you have that one VHS tape you just wore out? Or are you too old for VHS tapes and video store, or too young? I mean,
I remember I remember going to the like Blockbuster and stuff.
Okay.
But I was like 6 or 7. And it was like at the tail end of Blockbuster before it went out of business.
Okay. So you have like a deep childhood memory of video stores, but it's not like us where like that was part of our lifestyle.
Yeah.
Our video store had the best rental program ever. It was like every time you rent, or best reward program. Is every time you rented something. If you rented a movie, you got 1 point, and if you got you rented a video game, you got 2 points. So it's so easy to get free movies. Like, so I used to go to the video store constantly. Like when I was a teenager, I like lived there. But this was definitely one of those ones where like when you were a kid, your dad or your mom, the Christopher Columbus one is sort of like that Rockadoodle, where you just kind of picked it off of the shelf. Like you didn't put much thought to it. You watched it 100 times, and you're 6, and you don't notice that it's cheap. It's not Disney. Like, you don't notice that it's cheap. You don't notice that it doesn't have quite the production value of a Disney movie. You don't care about that. You're like, this is vaguely scary. And I love this movie. Although this one wasn't really all that scary. But they definitely had that vibe of, like, when I texted my friends, I was like, you definely, like, watched this a bunch as a child, right? And they were like, yeah, this is definitely one of
the only way you would know about it.
Yeah, exactly. Like that. A lot of times we come up on that on the show where I'm like, the kids these days don't have that experience. Like, they're never going to watch a Goblin and the Princess and the Goblin is never going to succeed in streaming today.
Well, I don't know if you guys have this in Canada, but after Blockbuster went away, they did this thing called Redbox.
Yes.
Where it was like a vending machine for videos. Yes. And I was like, that this is not the same.
But by the time those kind of existed here, the internet existed, and I was like, why am I gonna waste $9 on trying to get a DVD out of a machine when I can watch this on the internet for free?
Yeah. Well, they were more common in not necessarily rural areas, but you didn't see them too much in urban areas. It was like suburbia, and they'd always be, at least where I was, they'd always be like attached to a supermarket
That's usually where they
or
were for us too.
some
Yeah.
place that you were going anyway.
Like
We
they,
have a convenience store right down the road, and it was like next. It was like in front of the convenience store where that red box sat.
They
And I'm
used to
like,
have 'em
If they
in,
had done that
Safeway.
idea 10 years earlier, it would have been a lot more successful.
But I mean, we used to laugh at. They used to laugh at
But-
the idea of Netflix. But Netflix, the thing is, people always make fun of the fact that people used to laugh at Netflix. But like Netflix was originally, they would mail you DVDs. Like on premise, that sounds ridiculous. But you send them money and then they just
It was fantastic.
mail you
It
a
was
DVD.
absolutely
You'd have like
fantastic.
a catalog, and you'd have to
Yep.
check which ones you want. You'd send it off with like a check or something.
My thing
and
is
they'd
like,
send
then
back
you
a
Or
send
you
it
could-
back.
Yeah,
Or
yeah. Or even if you didn't have a list, you could sign up for their recommendations, and they'd just send you, um, popular movies or shows because you could rent TV seasons too. But I actually remember when this would have been, this was 2006. So Netflix was still doing, and I was a Netflix subscriber at the time because I was getting the DVDs in the mail. But they started rolling out this thing. It's like, hey, certain movies you can watch on your computer.
you're
And I was like,
"Ooh."
at first I was like, that's stupid. Why would I want to watch a movie on my computer? But I just so happened to be at work and I was a commission salesman. So if no one came in, I had nothing to do. So the first movie I ever streamed, I watched Gandhi because it was one of the few ones that was available to stream on Netflix. But after watching it on Netflix and not having any issues playing the movie, a full-length movie, I was like, "Oh, this is fantastic.
This is the future.
I'm
If they can
sold.
just get this, if they can just get this on a TV, it'd be perfect." And then lo and behold,
Yeah, and now you're paying for 7 different streaming services, and they're all way too much money.
still less than cable.
We've come full circle.
Still less than cable.
I was
I
one.
have to watch the Frozen live like the Frozen live performance
It's on
thing.
my list. It's on my list of things I need to watch.
Otherwise, I would have gotten rid of Disney Plus because I don't use it.
Disney Plus, man, it's not so bad on the TV, but on the mobile version, it sucks shit.
It's
It
buggy.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took me an extra 30 minutes to watch Return to Oz today because it kept chugging. It was like, oh my god, why is this? It's keep
Why would
freezing.
you? Wait, which Return to Oz? Because there's like that.
You're gonna find
new
out.
One.
You're gonna find out in about.
Okay,
15
because
minutes.
there's like the new one. There's like the old one and then the new one, and the new one just like with James Franco.
You're gonna find out which one in a bit.
Oh.
That's it. That's the Princess and the Goblin. Jordan.
My tongue is on fire.
I mean, that's 'cause you took another bite of another one for some reason.
Why?
Yeah, because I'm a glutton for punishment.
Because because when it comes to spicy,
Because
you
the
eat it.
food was there. Because the food was there, and I wanted it, and then
You know
the
what?
sauce was there, and I was like, "Well, it didn't seem that bad."
Yeah, welcome to Spice Town, Jordan. That's how it works. You're like, oh, it's not that bad, and then you feel slightly pepper high, and you're like, ooh, this is a nice feeling.
Stop. What
He says as he
what
eats
are
another
you
one.
doing?
Waste not, want not.
You idiot!
Waste
It's-
not.
I
Now
just-
he's
the
been
food-
desensitized.
The food was there; it had to be eaten.
Waste not, want not.
So, the next one that I watched was called Pontypool,
that's
which is
all
not related to Deadpool. Just wanna clear that right up, because when I first saw the name, I was like, I've never heard of that Deadpool. So this is about it's a 2008 Canadian psychological horror movie, and basically, this radio guy. There's a virus of zombie outbreak which happens in his area, which transfers by speaking the English language. So when you speak and then understand what they're speaking, that's when you start to like change and turn into the zombie. And so in over the course of the movie, there's a part where like the Quebecans Quebecers come over their their airwaves and are speaking in French, and they translate it, and like at the end of it they're like the message is like, please don't translate this, which of course they translated it, and then it's It's one of those ones where it spends most of its time in one location, which is the radio broadcast room. It pardon me. Um, it goes to a couple different like side locations, but for the most part, it's in the studio, and it's actually a pretty good movie.
It is, yeah. It's another one my friends recommended to me. I've seen it. It's quite good.
I'm sure I'm missing some of the details, and Justin can help me fill them in. But
yeah, it's a single location movie, thriller movie. It's all based on the one guy's performance. I watched it with my friends on Halloween years ago. It's a pretty tense movie. If you like psychological horror, it's pretty solid. It's a bit darker, and it's Canadian, which is why you two have probably never heard of it.
It's always fun for me when I get to watch a movie. Sorry,
all you have to do to scare it's like but all you have to do to scare Canadians is turn the lights off.
That's
No,
funny.
I was hoping you guys have seen that show.
That's the Americans when the Ontarians turn off the electricity down to your guys' states. Hey
let's not talk about those
political
let's not talk about those pansies. No, wait, seriously, do you guys not watch How I Met Your Mother?
Oh, it's been years.
Yes.
I was gonna say that's a reference from How I Met Your Mother.
Okay. Yeah. It's been years
puck,
for me.
Have you seen How I Met Your Father? The other.
I haven't.
I watched the first episode
no,
and said, nope.
I haven't actually.
It's bad.
Me too. I was like, nope.
I gave episode 1 a chance, but Indy and Barney didn't do it for me.
No.
Fair.
Hillary Duff in that too. It's just like, eh.
I found her actually kind of charming, but a little bit too naive.
Yeah.
I think that bums me out about Hillary Duff is how she tried to make adult Lizzie McGuire 5 years too early. Like if she had waited like 5 years, they totally would make PG-13 Lizzie McGuire now. They would totally do it. They absolutely would do it.
Well, yeah, because we know it worked with iCarly now.
Exactly.
I'm so excited though that she's back in music though. I heard her new single. Holy crap!
It's good.
I mean, I had a crush on her when I was a kid. I still have a crush on her. She is pretty.
I used to listen to all of her music relentlessly, and when I was like 13, or religiously when I was 13, and Jordan, who was 11 and 12, was like, Justin, why are you so into girl music? And I'd be like, shut up!
Young, naive.
Oh, do something!
He would learn his lesson.
I love her music artistically. That's what this is about.
That's definitely what it's about. Yes.
What it's about. I forgot to ask. We'll do
wink,
two.
Wink, nudge, nudge.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We'll do a twofer because I forgot to ask. Jake, obviously Princess and the Goblin's a yes because that's a beloved childhood movie.
Yes,
right?
I have seen it.
And then for Haley, is it yes or no?
No.
No. Oh, okay, fair enough. And then Pontypool.
We'll never get it, yes.
Pontypool.
For me, it would be yes for the show.
Yes for the show. Okay, fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
For Pontypool, Jake, yes or no?
I would say yes. I would give that a shot.
Neat. Haley, yes.
No.
No. I don't know if I'm gonna get a yes
Come
out
on,
of you.
Gotta be a little receptive to something.
No. She's just no. It's okay. We just have to work extra hard. I suspect maybe.
I gotta say, I'm starting to lose hope.
I think there's a chance. I have one more that she might have seen.
All right.
Before you do that, I just want to interject something on the subject of Hillary Duff. Having rewatched it somewhat recently, the Cinderella story holds up surprisingly well.
That movie's
I love this Cinderella story.
That's pretty good.
It holds up quite well. I was surprised.
I'm dying to do an episode on my podcast about that.
I have to do a size.
Reach out to Hillary Duff. By the way you've been going, she'll actually come
right.
On. You might have to be like, hey,
if you get her on yours, can you just send her our way? Because man, that would be a dream come true.
Like,
there's no way I'm gonna get her. I've been trying to get other famous people and they haven't responded. So I think my luck streak's that
Hey, after How I Met Your Father, she's hard up for some
She's hard up for
good
some.
media.
Jory, is that it for Pontypool?
That is it for
Okay,
Pontypool.
so my next one is okay. So this is a movie
Ooh,
that is about
it's hit my stomach, and it's my stomach is not happy with me.
this movie is about a world where humans and anthropomorphic animals live together in 1930s Hollywood, and it is a metaphor for racism in the 1930s Hollywood, featuring a human child star, music, dancing, animation. This is Cats Don't Dance.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
Cats Don't Dance. Cats Don't Dance is
I love that movie.
yeah.
Oh my God.
It's like I said, it takes place
Masterpiece.
It takes place in a. Might I get a yes then? It takes place in the 1930s.
Meow meow meow
It's
meow
about
meow
there's
meow
a
meow meow.
Charlie or a Shirley Dimple style character who is the bad guy, and it's a typical story of everyone loves her, she's a darling, everyone loves her, but she's secretly a total bitch who hates animals and wants to destroy their careers and only wants animals so they can basically be props. And then Danny, the
Extras.
dancing, singing cat, she wants them to be props. The extras is too generous. Danny, the singing, dancing cat, shows up and he steals her spotlight. So she tries to destroy his career. And this movie is not very long, so it really doesn't get into it all that much. But yeah, the animals are a very loose allegory for black people of color in the 1930s.
Second-class citizens, as it were.
The music is really good. The animation is stunning.
And it's not a Disney movie.
It's not a Disney movie. It's MGM. So a lot of the art style, a lot of the characters look like Tom and Jerry almost. Like that's kind of what they look like. The music is phenomenal. My favorite.
It's a childhood favorite of mine.
She's got an evil butler.
What's his name?
Miss Dimple.
Miss Dimple.
Miss Dimple.
Max. That's his name.
He's got the evil butler who's just gigantic, named Max.
I think he's supposed to be a gorilla.
Is he supposed to be a gorilla? Okay,
He is
looks
a
like a
gorilla.
I think so.
gorilla. He is. Yeah, he is.
So both of you have clearly seen Cats Don't Dance?
I've not seen it, but I saw the trailer because it was at the beginning of another movie, which I don't remember which one, but
Probably
I'm familiar with it.
one of the Batman ones.
I think so, as a matter of fact,
I think
yes.
it's on because I had that VHS. I think it's on the one for that Mr. Freeze movie. The Batman.
No, because I
Sub-Zero?
never owned that one.
No, or maybe it was on Mask of the Phantasm.
Maybe, but I feel like it was on something else.
But it definitely.
But anyway.
I definitely believe that it was on one of them because in the
commercial
credits,
you're thinking of.
in the ending credits, when you get to see the results of the animals being allowed to act, you see a lot of parodies of different famous movie posters, and one of them is a Batman one.
All because this movie's owned by Warner Brothers, all Warner Brothers. So yeah, there's one where it's Batman and Robin. There's one where it's Beetlejuice. And it's literally faithful recreations of the posters. It's very funny.
Yeah, but with the animals on them.
It's like, go ahead.
I
Haley.
love that movie.
So Haley, you had something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I've seen it. Yes, I love it, and I will watch it every day if I could.
So would you
My
say
favorite-
that's a yes?
Yeah, it's a yes.
Yeah, it's a yes.
We got a yes.
We got a yes. Excellent. Okay, I can go home happy now.
Show's over. End
Show's
of it.
over.
Bye
We can
bye.
end the
Bye
show.
everyone.
No more.
And on the high note.
And on that, it can't get any better than that.
It's all downhill from here.
Jake, yes or no?
Yes, I've heard of it, and yes, I would watch it.
It's honestly
if I
really
had the
good.
time.
If you like it's honestly not that long. It's only an hour and like 15, hour 20. That's the one thing I
I
like.
would just like to know how a song from a movie I've never seen constantly gets stuck in my head.
What song's that?
I'm always singing in my head. I'm always like Hollywood.
Oh,
where
that's
the
what the
streets
streets
are
are
paved with gold.
Yeah.
See, for me, it's Big and Loud.
Big and Loud is also good.
See, I don't know that. I don't know that song.
Big,
Though.
Not for me. It's the
finale
Nothing's
one.
gonna stop us now.
Nothing's gonna stop us now. The big finale
Nothing's
song.
gonna stop us
It's
now.
solid.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, and it's just
And Justin, for the record, you're gonna get yeses across the board on this one because I love that movie. Yes,
big ol'
yes,
yes. Yeah, I
a
love
thousand
that
times
movie.
yes.
It's a shame. It was the only movie that the studio that animated it. It was the only movie they made. It bombed horribly, so they didn't do anything with it. It didn't really get. It's never really gotten a good release. Not enough people have seen this movie. It is a crying shame.
Which I'm upset by that it bombed because it's so good.
It's so good.
It still looks like pretty. Like the animation on his dancing. Like there's a couple of dance sequences in this that are just. There's a sequence where they're all in the alleyway and they're playing music or whatever. They're all jamming out and they all
it's
start
gray
off,
and it becomes color.
yeah, they all start off in muted colors, and then as they play music, it gets brighter. Like I love attention to detail like that.
I need Disney to buy the rights so they can put it on Disney Plus so I can watch it.
That would be. Where would it go? It theoretically could go to Max because I believe it was owned by Warner Brothers at one point. They own the distribution rights.
Well, yeah, but now MGM Plus is a thing.
Oh, then maybe
Who
it might
owns
go
that?
on
Isn't that Amazon?
I think so. I think so. I think it is. Yeah. So hey, Amazon Prime. It can go on Amazon Prime.
I mean, it's always on the open seas. You know.
That's
yo,
where I found
yo ho.
I found it on them open seas, but
Yahar.
no, it's not. It's one that like I'm always surprised when people. Yeah, I've seen that, but it's one that not enough people have seen for sure. It's really, real good. Jordan, that's it for Cast Out Dance. Jordan, what's your next one?
My last one is Little Nemo: Adventures in Slumberland, which was an experience. I overall,
To put it mildly.
I mean, you know, overall, I enjoyed it. I will say when I got to the spoiler alert, when I got to the end and he wakes up and it's like, okay, so it's like a dream. None of it really happened and this movie meant nothing.
I mean, the reason why he goes to Slumberland, Jordan. It's all,
Yeah,
it's all
but
a dream. That's the whole idea.
It sort of then retroactively makes it feel like the rest of the movie had no stakes when at the end of it he wakes up and none of it happened and it wasn't real.
But also, like, the people in his dream also look like the people in the real world, and they never really do anything with that or otherwise explain the reasoning behind it. It's very strange.
Because it's a dream, I guess, and in your dreams you dream of people you know.
Sorry, Haley, go on.
I just have one note. The fuck?
Have you never seen Little Nemo Adventures in Slumberland?
It's a little before her time.
Oh, fair enough.
Because this movie came out when I was young.
I'm not surprised.
Oh god.
1989 is when it was yeah.
I'm not surprised that Jake has seen this one. This felt like that's why I put it on the list because I was like, it feels like this is one that you would know because it's just that out there in Japanese. I don't know why. I was like, it just feels like this one.
That's my only note is the fuck.
It's out there and it's Japanese.
Yeah, it's funny. You say the same thing if you've seen it.
You would say the same thing if you've seen it, yeah.
So it's based on a comic book, which I just found out. Interesting.
It is, yeah.
Adventures in Slumberland.
And so
this is quite different from the comic book.
You don't know South Park, so I can't even make reference to Imagination Land. But
well, Jake does. Yeah, the one bit of trivia about this is the beginning of this. They make fun of it in Imagination Land. The Imagination song from South Park. That's making fun of this movie. That comes directly from this movie.
So basically, our main hero Nemo goes to sleep. He rides his bed to Slumberland, where there's the king, there's a princess, and then he's gonna get coronated.
He shows up. He's like, "Would you like to be with my daughter romantically? I can't make the joke I want to because they're children."
And the king of Slumberland is Morpheus, which I did think that was interesting because I was like, oh, Morpheus. That's a name I recognize from other things.
The god of dreams.
God of dreams, you know. But
his son
and then
Morpheus.
There's the creepy. He's supposed to be a clown, right?
Yes.
Slippers
like
or whatever his
hobo.
name is. Clown Hobo Chic.
He's supposed to be Mickey Rooney. That's who he's supposed to be. He's just Mickey Rooney.
But he convinces he's a bad influence on Nemo. And Nemo is given this key which he's supposed to like protect and never use.
Like, don't you eat this pie?
He's like, oh, you should use the key and open that big door which looks like it shouldn't be open. And then he does, and it unleashes a blob, the Nightmare King.
The
Nightmare King. But we don't. When we first see him, he's not in like a form. He's just a blob.
And then it turns into Akira.
And then he absorbs the Morpheus, and then our character wakes up, or it looks like he wakes up, but then you find out that he's not really awake because then he immediately goes to Nightmare Land, and then he saves.
It becomes Inception. Gets in some
You
stuff
know,
in
he
here.
saves the people and they live happily ever after, and then he wakes up and none of it was real.
Always in his pajamas.
Always in his
He
pajamas.
never leaves his pajamas. It becomes
So it was an
Inception.
acid dream.
I mean,
I mean,
Hey,
lucid
listen,
dream. You know, sure.
listen. Sure, the nanny said it's time for your special medicine, Nemo, because she'd had a long day and she didn't need any of his nonsense.
right? She was like, "Here, have a bit of this special milk. Don't
Here,
question it."
here, have the silly
But it tastes
juice.
funny. Just shh, 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 shh.
That means it's working.
That means it's
Mommy,
working.
mommy never makes me drink this. Shh, 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 shh.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does. It is a classic of cinema. It is a classic 80s anime.
Yeah, I mean,
Is it,
I'm
though?
not gonna.
I mean, I think it is, isn't it? It's definitely
I
up
don't.
there.
I mean, I had never heard of it before
Really?
this.
I mean, it's well known
So
enough that
I-
Jason Momoa made a remake of it. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, that's
And it was
fair.
in an okay movie that was debatably better than this, maybe.
Like I'm not gonna say that it was unenjoyable. It was certainly not the most incomprehensible thing that I watched this
Yeah,
week.
that's fair.
We
That is
started
fair.
off with that.
That is fair. That
So
is
by
fair.
comparison, this was positively followable and easy to track.
This was relatively easy to follow. What
So
have you?
yeah, it's all relative.
What
at the
have
end
you
of
and
the
what
day.
not?
I don't know if I'd recommend it necessarily, but like if you have access to it and it's free, then sure.
It was on
And
Netflix
you
at one point.
want to waste an afternoon that you'll never get
And
back?
if you're like I want to drop a pound of acid and just be confused.
Honestly, the thing that makes it hard for me to sell is the ending, is the fact that he wakes up at the end and it was all a dream and none of it happened
I
and
mean,
it
the
didn't
animation
matter.
is pretty. I think the
It is
animation is pretty.
I will say that it looks fairly pretty for the
Yeah,
time.
yeah, for the animation's
That I would
pretty.
agree with. But yeah, you know, it's it exists.
So Jordan, that's gonna be a no from me, dog.
I mean, I
Really, a no
understand.
from you.
No from me. No, I'm kidding. It's
You-
a hard
you
yes.
said
I
you-
love this movie.
You say yes to everything, so that's shocking.
I'll watch just about anything as long as it doesn't contain any sexual violence. That's like my hard rule.
Oh God.
Clearly forgot about the hobo clown upskirting, but
There's a hobo clown upskirting. Oh, well, that's entirely too much hobo upskirting.
with
Haley,
the
Yeah,
cigar
you-
still in his mouth.
If you know, you know.
if you know, you know. Haley, yes
Oh.
or no?
No.
No. It's a
She was
hard
like,
no.
it was going to be yes until I learned
It's
about the
It's
upskirting.
if you're a hobo clown. Oh yeah,
It
that
would
was that's
be
my thing
no
about Cats
all
Don't
around.
Dance. I completely forgot about Cats Don't Dance.
Oh,
There's a-
Cat Don't fuck yes.
There's too many panty shots in that movie. There's entirely too many panty shots of the little girl. That's my one note.
That's yeah. Okay.
That's just too many.
I understand.
One is too many, and there was more than one.
Yeah.
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 My final movie, my final one, it had to be this. There was no choice, because Haley, I'm going to be going on Haley's podcast and talking about Wicked Part 2. I had to do some Wizard of Oz.
Oh man, you've already seen Wicked Part 2? How did you beat
I mean,
us?
I might as well
And-
have. I might as well have in this next movie, because
Yeah.
this is a part 2 you need in your life. This is Return to Oz, and
Which one though? There's
the
two different versions.
I mean, the one you're talking about, the James Franco one, that is Oz the Great and Powerful.
Yeah.
This is Return to Oz from the 1990s
Oh, Return. Okay.
by
Yeah.
Disney.
Somehow even worse.
I look.
I mean,
okay.
I
like it.
I like Oz. the
You
Great
It's better
like-
than
Powerful.
Liz.
Wait, no. Wait, Return to Oz or Oz the Great and Powerful?
Oz and Great and Powerful sucks.
That movie's not.
Yeah,
that movie's
I
kind
like
of
it.
bad.
With
But
a
sorry,
passion.
I mean, I like that.
are you
one.
saying Return to
I
Oz is
don't.
worse than Oz the Great and Powerful?
Okay, you know what? That is what I said, but I think I'm going to walk that back.
Okay. It depends. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing, folks. Okay. This movie is all right, but it feels like a sequel to a completely different movie. This is
'Cause it
not
is.
a sequel to the Judy Garland movie. It bears very little resemblance, and all it made me do was like, man, those books sure are like Narnia. Those Oz books sure remind me of Narnia. This is giving me
Is that
really
the one
more
where-
Narnia vibes than it is.
Is that the one where Michael Jackson played the Scarecrow?
No, that's The Wiz.
The Wiz.
This is It opens up with Dorothy is being, or Auntie M and the uncle whose name I don't remember because who remembers the uncle's name?
Uncle Henry?
I think it's Uncle Henry. They think
Uncle
that
Henry.
Dorothy is crazy because Dorothy has come back and said that Oz is real. So they think she's crazy. So they ship her off to an insane asylum in like the first 50 minutes, who then proceeds to offer to give her shock therapy. And then right as she's about to get shock therapy, we're keeping in mind this is the beginning to a movie about the land of Oz, she escapes and gets whisked away to Oz, where she's discovered that Oz has been taken over by an evil rock king. And his sidekick, a woman who interchanges decapitated heads. She just takes off her head and she's got like a hallway full of decapitated heads. None of which like remember anything. So like she'll take off the decapitated head and then swap it out for another decapitated head and then put that decapitated on, but that head doesn't remember what the previous head just did. So like at one point they run into like this character which is like basically Jack Skellington's pumpkin form because they call him Jack, and this version of Jack, or this pumpkin character, wants to call Dorothy Mom for some reason. He at one point is like, "Can I call you Mom?" And 7 to 8 year old Dorothy's like, "All right, this isn't weird. Why not?" And am I missing anything? Yeah. So she had the Queen of Oz, Ozin. I can't remember what her name is, but she's the Queen of Oz. And you know the magical ruby slippers? The ones
Yes.
those are her slippers. And she looks just like Dorothy. And apparently, this movie is a pretty beat for beat. Apparently, it's incredibly accurate to the books. Like, apparently, it's like super duper accurate to the books.
I was gonna say this sounds like it's a sequel to the books, not the movies, and
So,
I feel like the books are very different than the movies.
The evil king, the evil bad guy in this movie, he's a recurring villain in the books. So this movie feels like a sequel to a completely different movie, and it's dark, and it's upsetting, and it's weird, and the bad guys, hench people, are not flying monkeys, but guys on roller skates on 4 legs. It's. Am I missing anything? Is there anything I'm missing? For those of you who've seen this, or have you not seen this and you're doubting your?
I've not seen this, and it sounds like a
I've
fever
not
dream.
seen it, but I'm aware of
I've
it.
not seen it either, and I'm a little terrified right now, actually.
It's like there's some like in it, instead of going to Oz with Toto, she goes to Oz with a chicken. She has a talking chicken instead of Toto.
I mean, that just sounds logical. Who doesn't have a talking chicken?
You just need a talking chicken.
Sometimes you need bait.
Sometimes you need bait
or dinner.
Well, it turns out that the evil bad guy, he hates chickens, so his weakness is chickens. So she needed the chicken to beat the bad guy. But there's some.
God, there's a terrible joke in there somewhere.
But there's some decent special effects. Like
I'm not gonna go there.
There's a really weird wall character that like licks his lips creepily for some reason. That's really creepy. The puppetry in it's kind of good. Some of the special effects is good. If you're looking for something that is related to the Judy Garland movie, you're gonna be traumatized. Like, I can imagine somebody as a child, their parents being like, "Ooh, it's a sequel to Wizard of Oz. Let's pick this up." And then putting it on, and then some poor 5-year-old expecting something akin to the Judy Garland movie, being like, "Mom and Dad, what is this? This upsets me. I don't like this. Why are they on roller skates? It doesn't make any sense. She's got so many heads." Like, at one point.
And none of them know what any of the other ones are thinking.
They don't. Sorry, Haley.
I'm gonna say also, I am a little terrified right now
You should be. It's upsetting.
by this whole ordeal, and I want to go home.
It's a weird. It's very strange. It's a very It's another one of those like I can imagine you're like 7 years old, 6 years old in the 90s when this came out, or 80s or whatever when it came out, and you're in Blockbuster Video. And you're with your grandma. And she just sees Oz on there and just assumes it's related to Wizard of Oz and then rents it for you. Like that's the kind of movie this is.
I'm 27 and I'm terrified right now.
You should
Even
be.
by you just explaining
You
it.
should be. That was the correct reaction to this very very odd, very strange, very weird movie.
Wizard of Oz, more like Wizard of Odd. Am I right?
At the
Stop it.
it ends with she ends up she saves the day, and they're like oh yeah, that's the other thing, the bit that made me go, oh, these books might be kind of so at a certain point they refer to the Scarecrow as being His Majesty the Scarecrow, and like I didn't remember the Scarecrow becoming king of Oz at the end of the Wizard of Oz movie.
No, he's
so
a prince.
Is he a prince?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a thing from the books, or is that a thing in the movie?
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing from the books.
No, it's
right?
a thing in the books.
Because like because not to spoil Wicked Part 2, but the guy who plays SpongeBob in the musical, he ends up being he turns into the Scarecrow, right? That's the whole bit.
Tin Man.
He plays
Tin Man.
Oh,
SpongeBob.
he's the Tin Man. Oh, okay.
Fiero is the Scarecrow.
Fiero is the Scarecrow. Right. So I'm guessing because I know in the original Wizard of Oz book. Oh, that's the other thing. Tin Man's not in this movie. The movie ends with she's doing the bit where she's going home, and they're like, "Do you want to be Queen of Oz?" And she's like, "Well," and I'm like, "Do it." Everyone back home thinks you're insane, and your aunt and uncle dropped you off in an insane asylum, and they want to
have
lobotomize
nothing-
you. You have no reason to go
nothing
home.
to go back.
You have
No.
literally nothing to go home for. You should stay and be Queen of Oz. And then she stands in front of a mirror. And yeah, Ozin, the Queen of Oz steps out of the mirror and she looks just like Dorothy. And she's like, nah, I'm the queen. But don't worry. Because of magic, you can come back anytime. And now Dorothy knows better than to admit her delusions. That's the key about having delusions. You never tell people you have delusions.
See, with
I have
what
to
with,
fact check myself.
sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. Okay, so first of all, it's Princess Ozma.
Ozma, that's what it was, yes.
Yeah. And no, I'm incorrect. Scarecrow is not a prince. He is king of the Emerald City by the time Return to Oz happens.
Yeah. So I was like, that must be something in the book.
How did that happen?
I was gonna say,
I think in
though,
the book, Dorothy leaves him in charge of the Emeralds. I could be wrong, but
I was gonna say though, Justin, when you said that you said Oswin?
Oz,
What'd you say it was, Jake?
Ozma.
Ozma. Well, when you said Ozma steps out of the mirror and is standing in front of Dorothy, a part of me just expected you to say, and then she pulled out her magic sword, lopped her head off, and said, "There can be only one."
There can be only one.
Except in the sequels.
Swing.
It ends with they're all at the final like everything's happy moment, and all the characters from the original book are now there. So the Cowardly Lion is there, Scarecrow's there, but the Tin Man isn't there. So she's kind of like, well, fuck me, fuck the Tin Man, I guess, because he gives a shit about that guy.
No, nobody liked that guy.
No, like
anyway.
that guy anyway. Who cares? He's the only one who wasn't invited. Fuck that guy. He did some stuff we're not supposed to talk about.
Well, they turned him into pop cans.
But Ozma is the one who at the end.
Or Psycho,
She taps her heels together with the ruby slippers and sends Dorothy home. Is like, you can come back anytime. Don't tell anybody or they'll think you're crazy. Ooh.
And then we're left to wonder if she was really crazy all along.
She was crazy the whole time. So Haley, being that you're the Oz person, being that you love Wicked, yes or no?
For this, fuck no.
No. Interesting.
With a capital F.
Fair enough. It's not.
But see, I feel like as the Oz person, you have to finish out the pantheon. So I feel like it has to be.
Yeah, you have to see this to see.
I'm not. No.
Greater
no,
part of
no,
the Wizard of Oz.
No,
canon.
because that means the Wiz is in part of that, and I
I've seen
refuse
The
to
Wiz,
watch
though.
it.
I've seen The Wiz.
You seen The Wiz? I've always wanted to watch The Wiz. It's on my list of.
I love The Wiz.
Gonna have to find
Best
an excuse
musical.
to do The Wiz.
Best musical ever.
I'm gonna have to do the.
I praise indeed.
Best musical ever.
Ever. That's sort of like whenever Virus. That's sort of
Indeed.
whenever Virus is like, it's the worst movie ever, and I go, have you seen Troll 2? Like, just like in the pantheon of bad movies, I just refuse to believe that Gladiator 2 is a worse movie than Troll 2.
Have you seen Protectors of Universe?
Have you seen Protectors of
Because
Universe?
let me tell
Let
you.
me tell you about. Have you seen A Magical Journey with Christopher Columbus? I'm just saying, there are worse movies out there.
Protectors of Universe is so bad that they left out the. It's not Protectors of the Universe. It's just Protectors of Universe.
I would not put the Oz and Great and Powerful on anyone in my entire even on my worst enemy. I wouldn't push that on anybody.
I mean,
I like that. I like that movie. It's bad, but I like it.
That fighting scene was so stupid.
Oh yeah, no.
It looks so fake.
Don't get me wrong. That movie is bad.
How could you not love Mila Kunis chewing scenery like it's part of her diet? My favorite.
Hated it.
My favorite.
For me, there's just certain movies where it's like you can look at it, you can be like, I know this is bad, but I like it anyway. Specifically, I think it's the little teapot girl. She really wins my heart over. She's adorable.
Jake can agree with me then. That fighting scene between Glinda and whatever the fuck her name is, when like they were fighting, up in the air.
I recall.
Yeah.
The other sister or whatever. Yeah.
It reeked.
The whole thing is dumb.
My favorite bit of that movie.
Again, yeah. I can acknowledge it's not a very
my favorite
movie,
bit is how
I still enjoy it.
She's a specific shade of green, so MGM won't sue. That's my favorite anecdote about that movie. She has to be a very specific shade. That and the bit where she turns into the evil or wicked witch, and she turns to the camera and goes bah, and she had her eyebrows shaved.
I don't know.
I'm the evil
Mila
witch.
Kunis in that movie was the worst.
I mean, to be fair, Mila Kunis is the worst. Her and Ashton Kutcher, they're kind of the worst. So,
see, I like Mila Kunis. I don't blame her for that. I always viewed that as her understanding that it was a mistake immediately. But when a studio offers you to play the Wicked Witch of the West, you don't say no.
Oh, I mean, I never judge anyone for taking any role. Money.
Who played Glinda? I can't remember what her name was.
I don't remember.
I just remember that she had an evil sister who was also evil and was also terrible. I don't remember who.
I know her, but I can't think of her name. Like I know her face.
No one's ever really done. Is she Glinda in that? Is she actually specifically Glinda, or is it one of those cases where she has a different name?
Oh God.
She's Glinda.
Michelle Williams.
Oh, right,
Thank
Michelle
you.
Williams.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love Michelle Williams. She's so good. She is quite good.
And Rachel Weisz is Evanora.
Yeah, Evanora.
That's the other sister.
She ends up being the Wicked Witch of the East.
Yeah, and then
Wicked Witch of the
there's
East,
like that
bro.
scene, and then there's that scene where Glinda and then the Wicked Witch of the East like go up in the air and swirl around.
I do recall that.
Yeah. That's where I say, like, it's not a great
To be
movie,
fair, you
but
don't have to worry about more of
fun.
them because James Franco got canceled. So, you don't have to worry about a thing from him again.
James Franco is a bad actor. I'll say it right now.
Oh no, let's not go there.
He has
In
his
this
moments.
movie. In this movie.
Oh, well,
Okay,
yeah,
that's
everyone's
fair.
a
That's
bad
totally
actor in
fair.
this
But
movie.
like,
That's fair.
did he do a movie where he played James Dean that was really good?
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
he did 127 hours, and
Yeah, we
I
talked about
refuse
that
to hear
movie last
how
week.
I refuse to hear how that movie is anything but really good.
I mean, he did that movie with Monkey Dementia. That was also good.
Oh yes, Monkey Dementia. But then they didn't bring him back for any of the sequels. So.
No, because he got canceled and immediately afterwards. See, my favorite moment, one of my favorite podcasts I listen to, they always say, "We love this person unless they did something bad or got canceled, in which case we don't like them anymore."
Is James Franco okay? I just wonder if he's okay now that even though he got canceled.
He did that Hollywood thing where he came out and tried to be like, "Yeah, I did the thing," and nobody really nobody really like accepted it. Like,
Because I don't see him anymore in movies. I don't see him.
I have to be honest, I wasn't aware that he got canceled until you came out one time and saw me watching a James Franco thing and was like, "Oh yeah, he got canceled."
That's a shame he got
and I was
canceled.
like, "Oh,
yeah, he got canceled
did he?
for
what did he do?" And you said that it was something, I don't remember what you said it was.
He was teaching a class in Hollywood,
Right, that's
an
what it
acting
was.
class, and he was sleeping with his students.
Yeah,
And then he
okay.
came out and he was like, "Yeah, I leveraged my position of authority as both a celebrity and a teacher to have sex with students." Well, okay, but you're
No.
making the
College,
face,
like-
you're making the
like
face,
college
but they were
adult
adult
students?
students. They were adult
Okay.
students.
Yeah.
Yes.
Still.
So it's
Not that-
like unethical, but not.
Yeah,
But not-
But
not.
still.
Could have been. It could have been worse, but it still sucks. Like, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, it still sucks.
It's
Oh
still
my
shady.
God.
Yeah, it's really shady. Like, it's enough that I get Seth Rogen being like, I don't want to be friends with this guy anymore.
I'm gonna distance myself from him, and fair.
Distance
fair.
is one way to put it. Straight up, be
Don't
like, I don't want to
get
be
me-
friends with you anymore is another way.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I did calm down a little bit after you said they were adult students. I felt a little bit better when
It
you
does.
said they.
It does make you
Oh
feel
no,
better.
he'd be
yeah.
in prison if they. He'd be in prison if they weren't.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
But,
I mean, he'd
so-
be in prison, or would he be president? Who's to say? Who's to
Oh,
say?
Justin, we can't
No,
go there.
we can't go
There's
there.
no time for that,
We
Justin.
can't go there.
There's no. This is
Only
not
Bill
the time
Clinton
or the
can go
place,
there.
Justin.
Only Bill Clinton can go there. That was a joke.
In the Oval Office.
In the Oval Office.
Suck it, Trump.
And he did.
See, our audience doesn't get
at
that
least
joke.
mine was legal.
I will say this. I admit I was naive at first, and now I'm regretting my decision of voting wise.
I mean,
Oh God, I regretted it already.
I mean,
So this just made it worse.
all I know is Bill also picked Trump over Hillary. Nobody. My joke is
Ass.
my joke was how bad at it is Hillary Clinton.
Extremely.
She must be terrible,
Especially-
right? If he went a
consider-
young Donald
Well,
Trump's
see-
lips are much softer.
You see when it's the leathery lizard skin of Hillary Clinton, or
The velvety
I'm
smooth
just-
voice of Donald Trump. You know who you gonna pick?
I'm just saying, who are you gonna pick between the two? You know, the claws really hurt when they try to dig
Yeah.
into you.
I'll
Not to mention
ask
her dick
this.
is bigger.
My favorite bit is
God.
how no one said he
Agreed,
didn't
but
do it.
pick.
You'll notice none of them went. None of the right wing people went. He didn't do it. They all went. They all proceeded to be like, you know,
Question.
15's not that young. It's like that's a weird defense of this. Stop being weird.
Yeah. Well, and I'm as relieved as I could be with this situation as the person who said that is one of the people who, Justin, you and I had a private conversation about this, so I'm not going to dig too far into this, but I've noted some concerning trends of talking points of commenters on the right, and the person who said that is one of the people who's starting to kind of soften their stance on certain historical events. So
And you're like Red Flag City.
I have some concerning,
Yeah.
concerning thoughts though of like now he's saying, go ahead and release them. When like months before he was like they don't exist.
That's because he knows he can't get away with pretending he's not in them anymore. That's what it is. That's probably why.
The nail is in the wall. The writing's on the wall, rather.
Yeah.
That
Hey!
still suggests to me though that this is more like based on what has been released thus far. That still suggests to me that he knew something fishy was going on, but didn't do anything.
It's what I suspected it was, which is that it looks bad, but there's nothing incriminating. That was always my theory. It was like he's in
Yeah.
it enough that he can't explain it away. Jordan made an excellent point about the Bubba thing. Jordan's like, I think that's probably like a metaphor. Like he metaphorically did. I don't think he literally
Bubba
did.
Metaphorically had him on his knee, like he had him, you know, like locker talk, like he had him bent over a barrel, but he didn't literally have him bent over a barrel kind of scenario.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
that's because even I went, I don't think that happened. Anyway,
We've gone
Well,
on
and
a
I will-
wild tangent.
wild tangents.
The last thing I will say about this is the one thing that I wish more people would do is like there's a lot of people out there that are taking Jeffrey Epstein's word for it.
This is also
That's
true.
the other thing.
That's
yeah.
the other thing. Yeah, that is true. But
know-
also, like, Jeffrey Epstein doesn't have anything to lose. So, you know.
Oh, I know, but I mean, even in the moment, like him saying that, it's like I don't know that I would necessarily trust his opinion on what's good and bad.
Mountain of salt.
Yeah.
Mountain of salt. Anything that comes from that, anyone attached to that man or around that man, you automatically should be discerning. You should go,
You know, there might be shades of truth in there, but it's it's underneath like a mountain of
It's
shit.
hard to know. It's hard not to disagree
Like, it's
that.
just hard to know.
It's
what's
hard to disagree
real.
that the timing of it was odd.
Strange.
You're like, oh, that's
It's kind of like
Convenient
it's kind of
timing.
like Hitler. It's kind of like Hitler saying that Churchill cheated at a game of cards once. It's like, yeah, maybe it's true, but really,
Really,
that's what we're
it
talking
might be
about.
true, but
Okay.
I don't think you're the guy to point it out.
Yeah,
Like that's happened to me so many
He's-
times where we're like, I understand the point you're making, and you might not be accurate, but you're just not the guy.
The fact that you kind of did a genocide, like, come on.
Yeah,
That's
you're just not the
In
guy.
terms of Hitler,
You're not,
yeah,
you're not
yeah.
the guy to
Yeah.
develop moral opinions on somebody's poker game. I'm just saying, you're
Yeah.
not the guy.
he took 3 acres from my estate and never gave it back.
Sure. Okay.
Really, Adolf.
Okay.
And it's like
I hear.
coming from the guy-
I hear what you're saying.
Really?
But let's look at your track record.
Hey.
9-9. I have the paperwork.
Hey, the only guy who ever shot Hitler was Hitler, and he was 1-for-1. So he did us all a favor. I'm just saying.
A little while too
boy.
late, but okay.
Well, I mean, he got the job done in the end. That's all I'm saying. It's all I'm saying. It's all
Or
I'm
did
saying.
he?
Or did he? We don't know. Or did we? Don't we?
No.
Actually, that is a
Do we-
wild story that we won't go into. But like,
We don't have time.
there's a disturbing lack of evidence in that department, one way or another.
All right.
Well,
But anyway,
history is written by the victors.
History is written by the victors. This is true. With that, that's it. That's the 100th episode. That was our 100th episode.
Woo!
Thanks to Jake and Haley and Allie for stopping on by, for hanging out.
Yeah,
For
thanks.
indulging my stupid game of yes and no.
For watching us suffer.
For watching us suffer. We're obviously, both of these people are going to be back multiple times, I'm sure. They're going to be back again. I want to do another musical episode. I'm going to convince Jordan to watch the Tim Hortons musical. I'm going to be on Haley's for...
maple logs.
No,
You
it's
and
a
Jake
1,000
both are.
times more. There's lesbian parents. It's 1,000 times more melodramatic than that.
Yeah. You and Jake both are going to be on my show, right?
Yeah, we're talking
For
about Wicked Part 2.
Yep.
Me and Jordan are going to go watch that on a Saturday, and we'll probably end up talking about it here because we talked about the
I'm gonna
first
have a
one.
very busy weekend.
I believe
that
that's next Saturday.
I believe that is next Saturday.
Yep.
Then me, obviously, as me and Jake, we got the Final Frontier. I'm going to be on the Arate podcast at a certain point to talk about Godzilla. I'm excited about that. I have some hot takes about Godzilla that Godzilla fans aren't ready for.
Ooh, spicy tea.
Some spicy. It's gonna be as spicy as this hot sauce. This hot sauce was very spicy, by the way. I was sweating for the back half of that podcast. That was rough.
It's making my stomach hurt.
But for next week,
My poor stomach, which is not used to spicy foods.
I want to go to the 80s and 90s again, and just because I think it'll be funny. One of us is going to do the 80s, one of us is going to do the 90s. We're going to do a vote. Haley, what do you think Jordan should do, the 80s or 90s?
90s.
90s.
All right.
Jake, what do you think Jordan should do? 80s or 90s?
I'm gonna go with 90s. I'm gonna go with 90s as well.
All right.
But selfishly, I want you to do the 80s and mention Back to the Future, and then mention my novel.
Okay. I'll do. Okay, that's fair. I'll do Back to the Future 1, and then I'll talk about your novel. That's fair.
Because it is perfect.
It is. Look.
Back to the
Future
Future
was done
1, not
with
my
it?
novel.
Oh, I was gonna say, it's a tad egotistic, but look, hey man, I respect it. You gotta be confident in your work. I respect it. But number two, I actually enjoyed your novel, so like that feels like I want to say unironically.
Thus far,
that feels condescending. But like there are some ideas in there that I genuinely thought were good. Like I was
You know
like,
what's funny? This is truly funny because I've been watching. We finished it now, but I watched the Back to the Future trilogy with my wife, and they're not jokes, but they're kind of like they're narrative joke where Marty is constantly correcting his tense based on time.
Oh yeah.
So
And I put that in there for.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I put that in there for me just because that stuff makes me chuckle, but it's a running theme throughout all three movies that I just forgot about. Probably was thinking about subconsciously as I was writing.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So I'm like, that's funny.
I was gonna say for a potential episode of Spur of the Moment conversation, Jake, you should come on and tell us about your novel.
Oh, I can do that.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
that's a good idea because I've been trying to think of a good topic for you, and then we could talk about just
Because
Back to the
that
Future
sounds
generally.
that sounds like fun.
And yeah, you could tell because I've heard the first chapter. I've not read the second chapter yet, but that's a good idea.
Ooh, the second chapter has the first big surprise, though.
Mm.
Um,
And
Ooh.
Jake, I totally watched the second one, and I've seen it. I've seen it. That is Michael J. Or was it in the second
Oh yeah,
one? Michael
yeah,
J. Fox?
yeah,
That is totally
yeah.
Michael J. Fox. You were right. Oh my god.
It is. Oh, I know, I was right because I didn't realize it until I read that, and I was like, "Oh my god, that is Michael J. Fox."
Oh my god. I saw it. I was like, holy shit, he was right. Oh my god.
but excellent. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Let's do that. We'll do that. I'll have my people call your people.
We'll put that on the books.
I'm my people. Let's do some end of show plugs. Jake, we thoroughly discussed this, but you let the audience know where they find you.
You can find me and all of my unwelcome opinions on. I don't really share my opinions on the Arte podcast. I more or less let the guests talk mostly, but it's fun if you like your conversations. Where you do get to hear a lot of my unwelcome opinions is on the Average Intelligence podcast, where actually our most recent episode is nothing but my spiciest hot takes across various.
I watched the beginning of it
Ooh.
and I was like, you know what? To be fair, we agree more than we disagree often. But I was like, you know what?
It's funny because for me they're not hot. Some of them I do recognize as hot takes, but you can also see me on the Final Frontier podcast with Star Trek and this beautiful set behind
Oh,
me,
we're not
complete
in
with
my-
captain's chair.
We're not.
Yeah, you're not.
Set.
You're not on the bridge of the Starship Enterprise.
I'm in the
Toon Talk
studio.
2.0, where I'm basically a walking hot take because my mission is to make Virus mad. And for some reason, the R69 podcast, I am there as well.
You're there to remind him that he
And,
has an illegitimate love child in Bodega.
That's more Shreds than me. Like Shreds and Tony bring that up way. I started that, but they're carrying it.
My favorite part about the R69 podcast is how it's gotten progressively shorter as time has gone on. It started off, it was a full 30 minutes, and now we're down to 10 minutes. Which, like, hey, busy guys making music and making an album. By the way, yeah, check out R69 Verse and their newest single. I'm gonna remember the name by next week. What's the? Remind me again what the name was.
You are okay, but actually, if you do sign up for the free, you don't have to pay for this. The free plan, you can see the members only podcast, and if you think the free version on YouTube is chaos,
I hear there's nudity.
allegedly,
There's nudity.
That's okay. That's
or at least implied nudity.
It's definitely
Wow.
definitely implied nudity.
oh, all right. Okay then.
It gets PG-13.
Ooh.
It gets PG-13. It's all this
You
stuff
get-
that you can't
you
see on
get-
YouTube.
You get to watch Max dig a hole about how vegetables cause transgenderism. I'm not kidding.
I
And
don't
the
know
whole
how-
time I'm
Alright.
just watching him. I'm watching him dig this hole, and I'm just like, okay, let's. I'm just gonna watch this, and
I don't know how to respond to that, so I'm not going to.
That's what I would have been like. I'm like, I don't know how to respond to this, so I'm not going to. Haley,
Glad I only.
where can we find
Glad-
Haley?
First of all, I'm glad I only watched the free version because I
That sounds wild.
he starts going down that rabbit hole in the free version. I tried to stop him, but he was insistent, so I said, "Well, at least do this in premiums."
She's gonna get us canceled. We might as well get canceled for money, you know.
I think at one point I actually asked him, like, "So you're saying that vegetables cause transgenders?"
Hey, as someone who has gotten canceled off of TikTok
Okay.
so many times, you know what's really funny? I got banned on TikTok. I got a video community guidelines violation on TikTok for saying the word Nazi and Hitler. And there's a movie on YouTube right now you can look up where a guy gets cleaved in half, and YouTube totally lets that video stay up, but blocks my video about a cartoon woman with big boobs. Go figure.
Well, it's like South Park said. What does she say, Justin? Help me out.
Deplorable violence is okay.
Deplorable.
As long as
But
nobody
as long
says
as-
a naughty word.
Yep.
Which is absolutely true.
And here I thought you were going to say, blame Canada.
I mean, blame
Well, that
Canada.
too, but
Blame Canada.
I mean, but that one's a given. So
That one is a given. They're not even a real country anyway.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm not. I can make jokes. I'm not going to.
Blame Canada. Blame
They were
Canada.
almost the 51st state, but they said no.
That's
But then-
what I was. That's
But then
what I was.
dementia. No.
Justin said, "No, thank you. I don't want to be your guys' 51st day."
No, I
Oh.
think literally what happened is probably somebody walked in and showed Trump and Stephen Miller a map of Canada, and they were like, "Oh,
Yeah.
that's bigger than we thought.
We want that.
We thought it was just Toronto."
See, Justin turned it down and went, you know what? I'm going to date Katy Perry instead.
That's so wild to me. Why is your ex prime minister dating Katy Perry?
Because when he
He's just
rebounds,
following
he
in his
rebounds
mother's
hard.
footsteps.
Yeah.
I mean, who
Because
wouldn't
she
date
kissed a
Katy
girl and
Perry?
she liked it. That's
Are you saying Justin Trudeau eats his vegetables?
absolutely he eats his vegetables. Yeah. I'm just.
Oh,
he's gonna
we're
come
gonna-
after us.
We're
gonna
gonna.
get
They're
that.
not.
Ah,
They're
it's
just
not
going
that-
to say, "Hey, you said something offensive, eh? Take off."
Pretty much.
And then
Katy
that'll be
Perry.
it.
She says
Katy
something
Perry's
mean
gonna
to
get so
him, and then
mad.
he apologizes to her. It's the Canadian orgasm. That's how it works.
Oh,
Sorry.
Katy Perry's gonna get so mad.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And she's like, I'm gonna make out with a
sorry.
much younger man on American Idol. God, I can make fun of Katy Perry all day. I'm gonna do an uncomfortably sexual segment of Sesame Street.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, dear.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I just
time.
I'll just be here on the couch in the
God, there's
house watching you.
so many
It's a
good
boot.
memes.
It's about diplomacy. It's about
diplomacy.
respect.
It's about respect. It's about dignity, of which I have none. How is that? How is that the least dignified thing he did in a political career where he went to India and wore 7 different outfits? Sorry, I can't help it. He's so easy to make fun of.
I mean, he did brown face. You know, he did way
Twice.
more.
Twice.
Oh
Mine's
my
twice.
God.
So you know, he did way more embarrassing
Twice.
things.
More than
The
once.
best part was when he tried to lie about it. I've never done that. And then the second photo came out. He was like, "Well, I was in
Well,
school."
I was in school. We've all done dumb
Okay.
things.
Okay.
You know?
Maybe the one time. You know, the funniest part is we reelected him after that too.
It's like the
Because
weird-
Justin, it was cultural appreciation.
Yeah,
Like the
sure. That's
weird-
the A word I would use.
Well, I mean,
weird version of
that's
Vid-
why.
of-
That's
of
why
the
he
Wizard
went
of
to.
Oz.
Sorry.
I said it's like the weird version of Wizard of Oz. If you don't peek behind the curtain, it doesn't
See,
exist.
he did blackface, and then his opponent came out and went, "What if the gays couldn't get married?" And Canada went, "Ooh, blackface is better."
I mean,
That's the same. Don't take that out of context.
as Andrew Schultz once said, there are times
There are
times when it's appropriate. Actually, that's a really good bit he has because
yeah.
it's a great bit. He points to a person in the audience who's
Yeah.
black. He was like, "Hey, man, if you and me are going on a mission at 1 a.m. in the dark, you're going to want me to wear
I want
blackface."
me to wear some blackface. I'm just saying, you want people to see me. Yeah.
I mean, I think part of why he got voted again and people looked past it is because we all realized he's just an idiot. Like there wasn't like a maliciousness to it. He's just an idiot.
I mean, he's got a party trick where he just falls downstairs.
I mean, the Indian
What is he, Biden?
the Indian tour
That's
where
right.
he wore all their different
Yes, that was embarrassing.
all their different outfits. I think that really just takes the cake for me.
He started off as like he's basically Eric Trump.
Well, to be fair,
or
he's also
Junior.
half
He's-
Cuban, so
he's half Cuban. In terms of Canada, he's basically Junior, or in that like he grew up a famous politician's son. So yeah, he went through a period in
Yeah.
his 20s where he just did dumb shit on camera, and one of his bits was he would teach you how to fall downstairs at a party.
Again, what is he, Biden?
More like no, not in a senior way. Anyway.
well, like a college senior way.
Like a college senior way.
Yeah.
Jordan, where can they find you?
I do Minecraft Mondays on Twitch, Zethgore187, and I do this where I eat hot things and talk about movies.
You can find me. I am. That's hot sauce
Right here.
I'm right here every single week on Mondays. I'm on the Final Frontier talking about Star Trek with Jake. I'm on TikTok with Justin Spurr. You can find this show on TikTok, Spur of the Moment P. If you want to talk to us or be on the show, you can email us at It's Justin's Business. We have a Discord that nobody is on anymore. We leave comments. End cards through the end card slate. If you want to see last week's episode, which was infinitely less chaotic, that's the box on the right. Then if you want to see just a random video that YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy, this box on the left. Hit subscribe. There's new videos out 7 days a week. There's so many videos. Jake is like, did you put a new video out? And then it winds up on the website. And that's at artemedia.org. That's where we all are. We're all on artemedia.org.
Yeah, we are.
We put new videos out 7 days a week. Leave us a like. Go to artemedia.org to see Jake and Haley and Allie and all sorts of great content. If you want to start your own podcast, they'll help you there. You can email Jake. He'll get you set up.
We can help you.
They can help you. They have the tools. That is it. Goodbye, everybody. We'll see you next week with the 80s and 90s.
Peace. This is like dialogue from Guardians of Universe.
Guardian.